How are you? Fuck. How are you? I am a member of a 5G, anti-5G secret society. My code name is Stark Neil. Now, I'm here to tell you that 5G and the stuff, you might think that this is just a smoke alarm that's come from the ceiling. No, this is a directed energy weapon. If I was to go inside St. James's Park at any time when there's people in there, it's packed out. If I press this button whilst I'm in there, they will all have their Jap's eyes blow up. Every bloke in there's Jap's eye will blow up and they would have nose bleeds. It's so good. You've got to support us at SUN, SUN. It's called SUN. It's SUN. It stands for Suck Us Knobs. Suck Us Knobs. There you go. So don't forget, this is dangerous stuff. Don't get your Jap's eyes split. There's actually a component in here, man, that we call, it's called the fuck off component. It's that deadly. It's called the fuck off component. Are you listening to this? This is what you've got to fucking put up with. You've got to stop this now. Stop it now before fucking 5G destroys everybody in the fucking world. I forgot to put my fucking glasses on and all. Anyway. Bollocks to that. There you go. Good evening and welcome to Raconteurs News. It's, let me get rid of, in fact, this is what I'm going to do. Let me just mute my microphone.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Raconteurs News on peoplesinternetradio.com.
There you go. That was the first ever Raconteurs News introduction. That was Andy Young there. It is 5 years since we've been doing it. 5 years since we have been doing this. It's around about this fucking time. I think it was about 6th, 7th, or 8th, something like that. I can't actually remember, but it was the first day that we did it, and that was 5 years ago. It's 5 years, and I'm still here anyway. Few have been and gone. One is supposed to be joining us tonight. He said he'd be okay. Webby, he said he'd be okay to join us tonight. He's going to come on. Let's have a look what's going on in the chat room, man. There we go. Good evening, Dave Iron. Good evening, Heath Dweft, Paul Cotte, Kerry Duff, Uni Black Sister, Matt Caddy, Kerry Duff, Maximizer, Sean Hamer, good to see you as well. Been out Robin Banks. Sean Hamer, Uni Black Sister, Matt Caddy, good evening, Kerry, Super Leeds. I've sent you an email, Super Leeds, because I did want you to come on. We've been our 5th anniversary show, and I have sent you an email with the link to get to be able to come on. Matt and Donna Caddy as well. Good evening to you. I know you're regular listeners. Paul Cotte, you can come on, jump on if you want, mate. I'll send you. Denny's there as well. Denny's been around ever since right at the very beginning. Chris O'Rourke, Apple Charlotte, good evening to you. Bit Toot. Denny again. Okay, so yes, Webby, I've sent you a thing to come on, but you don't seem to be on. So, Well, I'll see you when you get here, Webby. Anyway, I hope you had a good Christmas. It was fucking dog shit, me. This is the reason why I've not done it. I did put one up, a show up, saying that we're going to do a show one night. But I've been so sick since around Christmas time and not really eating. I think the last two, I have, mate. I've sent you one. Sent you an invite. I'll copy it again. I'll do it again through Facebook. Fucking shit book. Yeah, this is really So I've had like some fucking gastric thing, all for last gastroenteritis, I think. Oh, I've sent it out. Fuck off that, whatever it is. Oh, there we go. I have sent it you now. I didn't mean to send it you actually. I thought I had. Sorry about that, Webby. Obviously, I would never do that on purpose. So I've had just like being sick and shitting and being sick again and shitting, and then they want me shitting apart, and I tried to catch some, and it were like snot, and it were all gross, and I needed a spoon to get it in, but I just waited till I firmed up a bit before I give them a sample. But I've hardly been eating. I've had a completely fucking shit, Christmas and a completely shit New Year. To be honest with you, I'm fine by me. I prefer it like that anyway. I just prefer I weren't ill. There we go. Super Leeds is on. Let's get rid of Nolan. Remove from stream. There we go. Dennis dad's dog. Oh, that's it. Yeah, there we go. So I have been sick, and I did that one. I felt okay in day, and I thought, right, I'll do a show tonight, and I set it all up, and I got it all going in there. I got it all set up and all that, and then in the afternoon I just started feeling so bad, and started spewing up, and it's just like I get a couple of days or a day where I feel okay, half human, and then next time. Next day I'm fucking spewing up, or even later that day. So that's been the problem. So it's I have missed you, honestly. I have missed talking to you. Leeds, how you doing, me old mate?
Happy New Year to you, mate.
And to you, pal. How are you?
Well, I've only just got up. I told you earlier, I've not been well.
Have you not been well?
It was my birthday, November 30th, and next day, so obviously 1st of December. I don't know. Something's just hit me, and I was in bed for like 2 weeks. I mean, constantly in bed for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm still not right now. Yeah, I've been sick and whatever.
Yeah, I've been sick, and I think it's gastroenteritis. It's been going round. I mean, obviously every time nurse comes round, they want a COVID fucking test on me and things like. They think I've got COVID or God knows what else that's not going around. It's not going around, is it? COVID. Although I know some people. I had a letter from Paula, an email from Paula earlier on, and she said that she'd had some people who have got COVID that she knew, or who are being treated for COVID, or have said they got COVID. But she also said that somebody called 999 for an ambulance, and 9 hours later, a St. John's ambulance turned up. So I don't know what that's all about.
9 hours. 9 hours.
9 hours, yeah. That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bitchoot says he's been feeling crappy too. Been detoxing all week after my Xmas binge. I didn't see, this is the thing, I didn't have a Christmas binge. I didn't have no to drink. Our drink spill for this last Christmas must have been the lowest we've ever had because I just didn't drink no.
I mean, I drink all the time, obviously, but I haven't drunk that much. And surprisingly, I probably had the best Christmas I've ever had because I ain't had to go see anyone. Or, there's been 3 of us and that's it.
Wow. Yeah. It's how's your mum anyway?
She's all right. She's a bit. She's wandering around doing something. Don't know. She's a little bit fairies. I think she's probably just taking the drugs. Nice T-shirt, by the way.
It's good, isn't it?
Nice.
It's somebody sent it to me.
Yeah, I bet they're a kind person.
Some dirty leaves, man.
I can't believe it's 5 years.
It is 5 years, isn't it, mate?
I can't believe it.
Webby's joined us anyway. Webby is here. Good evening, Webby. How you doing, my old mucker?
All good, mate. How's things with you? I know you've been a bit poorly over Christmas, like.
I'm feeling better now, much better today. I've had something to eat last 2 days, so and I've managed to keep it down. So fingers crossed. I'm feeling okay now.
You look a lot better with Yed cut, mate.
Oh, I know I do, don't I?
You don't look like a mad professor anymore.
I've had it done today because I thought to myself, I've got to. Throughout the whole thing, I don't think I'd had a shower in fucking 2 or 3 weeks. So it was fucking. I had a shower. I had my haircut and the shower. But I mean, since we've been finished, since we've not been on, first of all, I just want to just give you an update on A-Day. The last I know was last week, I think it were. But my phone rang and it were A-Day, and I thought, oh my fucking God. So I answered it, and I did speak to him, did manage to speak to him, but he really can't, he gets really frustrated, he's talking, and it's getting better, but it's going to come back. I hope it's going to come back. But he's still at that point. But then, they were a pair of me, and you'd have thought we were a right pair of pussies if you'd have fucking seen us. He were on the phone, and I'm on the phone, and when I hear him talking, I start fucking bawling my eyes out, and then he starts fucking bawling his eyes out. So we ended it there, and I had heard from him since, but I will be in touch. I just want to leave him to. I remember when I had my leg had come off, and I remember sometimes I just didn't want. It didn't matter who rung me. I didn't want to talk to anybody. So I'm just going to wait for him to get in touch with me. If that takes too long, then I'll definitely. I'm going to go over and see him anyway. So AD is on the mend. That's the headline on that one. AD is on the mend. But
I did get a text off AD last week. Just one word: bless.
Bless.
Yeah.
Go fucking top man. I mean, I was sending him video messages, and just like, I knew he could read, so, but I thought, AD, fucking wanker. Fucking what you doing? That's what I said to him. What the fuck are you doing? It's supposed to be me that fucking nearly dies, not you silly cunt. Fucking hell. So anyway, I could understand certain things, you know what I mean? I could understand he was frustrated, and he would try to tell me he was frustrated. No, I weren't sending him dick pics, Apple, Charlotte. If I would have done it, wouldn't have been my dick, I tell you. Anyway, shitloads has happened since, hasn't it? I mean, what? Webby, give us a clue what's going on.
I'm going to say it's that same old question that we've been asking for a year now, isn't it? What is going on? How people are queuing for miles for this vaccine that they're already saying is mutated, but it could still do you a favour. I don't know what to say to people. There's no common sense with anything, Jason.
No.
Evening, Webby. Sorry to interrupt. Jace, Webby's a bit loud. Have you got a new laptop for Christmas, Webby?
No, mate. I'm on a different setup, like, but
It's
I'm just a bit
loud.
closer to the mic. Well, I can't turn my voice down, mate. Do you want me to whisper? Right. How's that? How's that, mate? Does that make you feel better?
Whisper to me, Webby.
What do you want me to say, Leeds? Patrick Bamford. Patrick Bamford. Patrick Bamford.
You know what I'm going to say? Bills of exchange. Tell me about bills of exchange.
I'll tell you about negotiable instruments, mate. No, it's everything's it's gone out the window, Jason. There's no common sense with anything. I don't know if I told you this last time we spoke, but football, I'm absolutely done with it. The day Patrick Bamford can point to where he wants a ball played, run on to the end of it, score a great goal, and then get it chalked off for offside because his arm was offside where he was pointing the ball to go. There's no common sense. If you can't get common sense into a game, what the hell are we doing with politics? What's going on with this Capitol building? I've seen so many in videos now where they're actually opening. They've been led into this building. Nobody can get into this building. You know, if you're far too close to it, somebody's asking you questions. It's the Pentagon all over again, 9/11, Jason, in a different format.
Yeah, we're getting a bit. I think you are a bit. We're getting a bit of clicking, when you're talking. If you've got your mic's a bit. I don't know. We're all right anyway. We're all good. Football for me. The only thing I watch it for, and I've watched Wednesday this afternoon, is just for something to do. I'm not really. I couldn't really give two shits whether we got beat by Exeter. We didn't, but we won. But I just couldn't. I can't be arsed with it. It's gone. It's gone. I don't think there'll ever be supporters back. Me, I really don't. I think supporters are done in football. You'll never get them in grounds again.
There were Arsenal against Newcastle on at tea time today, and I put it on, and there were Lineker on, and fucking Shearer, and Ian Wright. I couldn't watch it.
The world's changed, lads. In a year, the world has absolutely changed. Somebody was asking a question about why there was an 88-year-old fella who's had the vaccine 2 weeks ago, and he's died. Now, he had underlying medical issues, so that the jumping on he had underlying medical issue. It's got nothing to do with the vaccine. So they want it both ways. It's that cognitive dissonance that we spoke about so many times. But the factor is, they knew he had underlying medical issues, and they told him to have a vaccine that's never been tested. But they can't be prosecuted, Jace. What are we doing, Leeds? There's some. It's so blatant. I don't know what to say to people, lads.
Well, there's a certain sense I'm finding. There's a certain sense of defeatism amongst people that. Particularly those that had put all the money on Q, and I mean, what's happened to Q? This whole fucking mess is it's obviously all by design, isn't it? I mean, look, he's the greatest fucking showman on earth, isn't he, Trump? So it's always a fucking. It's always going to be some fucking Have we finished sneezing there?
Sorry, I can't help it.
We've been shown. It's all the fucking world's a stage. Anyway, listen. I've got an American perspective. You'll not have to look up his nose, Webby, because he don't use his camera anymore. But here we go. Here's Uni.
Yeah, what's up?
You tell me. Tell us what went on at Capitol Building.
Well, first of all, let me just say I'm glad to see that you guys are doing all right, because I know that this whole thing has just been a big fucking bunch of just nonsense baloney. And yeah, I think you're doing better, Jason, because being sick is not fun, especially when you got doctors telling you got fucking COVID and all that shit.
Yeah, well, it was horrible. Spewing and shitting. That's all I did all Christmas. Anyway. Go on. And it's not usual spewing, because usually I'm spewing because I've had so much to drink the year before. No, on an A, but no, it weren't that. It was just being sick, just for the sake of being sick, and my ribs as well were. I fell off my chair. I fell out of my wheelchair, didn't I? Just before Christmas, and I cracked a rib.
That would know to do with vodka that you've been drinking, though, was it?
No, it was because I've not got brakes on my pushchair. All right, go on. Uni, tell us about what happened in America.
Okay, well, first of all, I just want to let I just want everyone to think about the date on which this whole thing happened. It was January the 6th.
Yep.
That instantly told me right there, oh, this is a fucking psyop. This whole thing is just...
Isn't that the last day of Christmas?
Is that the what?
It's the last day of Christmas, isn't it? 6th of January.
Basically, yeah, I guess you could look at it that way. Anytime a big event like this happens, and it's on one of those special numbers, you know for a fact instantly this whole thing is just a big bunch of baloney. And also, I looked into it a bit. And there are actually pictures taken of people with communist tattoos on their hands.
Right.
This whole thing, like people just get people have been getting all over this, saying that this is all just to shame Trump and put him out there and all that stuff. The whole thing is a psyop. This whole thing about Trump getting deleted off of Twitter and all of this, it's nonsense. It's all utter nonsense.
Well, it's unprecedented as well for a sitting president, because he still is president, to be ostracized and sort of. Well, they're trying to cancel him, aren't they? You know, this cancel culture that we've got. If somebody says something wrong, you know, like I'll probably get some grief for saying Japsai, but I mean that's what it is to me. It's a Japsai. It's this culture. It's cancel somebody if they say something that you don't like.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Cancel Trump. They actually cancelled the president.
Yeah, remember when he got freaking cut off live on television? I think it was on Fox News. That was just like.
I think Biden gets in on 20th, does he?
20th. Like that. Yeah, all Trump is just a freaking. He's just a sideshow puppet. He's taken all this in with a laugh. Like, did you see his new Twitter account? The one where he has a picture of him and a mustache, and he's basically just trolling. You know that he's enjoying this whole thing. Like, he doesn't give a damn. He's getting what he wants. He's getting publicity. He's getting everything.
Taylor?
Yeah?
Happy New Year to you, mate.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you, man.
If you were outgoing president and you've got, 11 days left, what would you do?
I would come out and tell everyone that the Holocaust was a fucking big clock of nonsense.
Don't say that. No, not that. Cut that out, Jace.
By the way, the views of the guests here on Raconteurs News are not necessarily the views of the
Get the
people.
fucking out. Get the fucking out.
I see you back, Webby. What did you make of that?
I've not been anywhere, mate. I turned my mic off. I thought it was. Thought it might have been my end that was causing that static, but I don't know where it's coming from.
It's just when you talk, mate. That's all it is. It's just when you talk. Are you using like a pad or something?
No, it's the same microphone, but I'm getting it from you lot, my end, through my speakers.
It sounds like it might be a bit of a thingy then, because all we're getting is it from you. But when you just spoke then, it didn't happen at all. So.
Anyway, what was your question again? Sorry.
What do you make of this Capitol Hill thing? This stunt that went on the other day.
Well, the Trump thing is still rolling at the minute. The stuff that's coming out is, don't you believe that I'm done yet, and blah blah blah. And I've seen information that indicates that certainly the military could be manoeuvring into position. I mean, there's all different things happening. The army's manoeuvring into a lot of positions, and in every country, or should I say corporation, they're moving into positions, logistically helping. But at what point does the police start to work with that military? You know, how many films and TV shows have you seen where they become friends with these partners and stuff like that? The old V series is a good example, where they have the brown suits. You know, it's nothing we've not seen through history. That's what I can't understand. But I'm still shocked that last week the amount of people that were having conversations about this stuff. But when I was bringing history up, like Joseph Goebbels, people who didn't know who he was, that's quite frightening to not know one of the biggest propagandist ministers ever. You know, when he was interrogated, he was asked, how do you get the German people to blindly go along? His answer was simple. It was fear. The more fear he put into the people, the more they could do. And the more they did, the less they believed they were doing it. And we're still applauding what's happening to us. There's no economy, Jace.
And what about the applauding? Did you get it round your end? Because they were not a peep round here.
No, mate. Absolutely nothing down here.
Yeah. Chris Partridge has just put a question in chat room. Just to let you know, Leeds, I've muted your mic simply because I think we're getting feedback from you. So, you know, when other people are talking, we're getting feedback in it. I've isolated it to you. So I've just muted your mic. If you hold your hand up, if you want to say something, or you want to pop in, you know, or if you want, all right, then do that. Yeah, okay. So Chris Partridge says, why have the army been deployed everywhere? I mean, I would have thought that you know, I think that's probably a rhetorical question. I think he probably knows exactly why. Have you seen any army anywhere? Any army in America unit?
Well, I don't. Well, it's been rainy recently, so I haven't really gone out much. But I haven't really seen anything particularly special around my area. But then again, my area is not the biggest in Washington. But I can say this: if people want to ask why, one good reason as to why this whole Capitol Hill thing happened, just ask anything about why, you know, stuff like say 9/11, etc. happened. It's like martial law. Just bring in that martial law. It's like that's why they love when mass protests and stuff like Black Lives Matter go out there. It gives them an excuse to basically come in and say, "Hey, you guys are creating violence, so we get to have curfew." There have been like everywhere. There's just been getting curfews everywhere.
I don't know if you saw, Jace, a unit that fellow who's dressed as the Indian, you know, with the horns on his head. He's not only is he an actor and a voice character actor and all this kind of stuff, but he's photographed with Mayor Giuliani, or what? Well, he's not mayor now, whatever he is, and he's he's like Trump's personal lawyer. So there's dots joining everywhere. It's like if Biden or Clinton had got in, it would have been something kind of a lot worse on steroids. But they're fighting for control of this now, and seemingly, if China owns all of those debts, and the Bill Gates is paying them, it's all been funneled through Fauci and everything. So that's all Trump's, regime and stuff again. How do you unravel all this to say that they're the goodies, they're the baddies? They're all baddies.
Exactly. The lesser of two evils is still evil.
What?
I said the lesser of two evils is still evil.
Ah, right, okay. Well, yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. It's but we don't seem to go for the lesser of two evils. We just go all out. Apparently, at the moment, but when nobody clapped on Thursday, I mean, I was sat waiting. Me and my missus were watching something. I think we were watching the Bills, and I saw that it was 8 o'clock, and it went past 8 o'clock, and we didn't hear nothing at all. Not a single thing apart from, the bill, the bill, the bill, the bill, the bill.
I thought you were singing Bob the Builder just now.
Did you see the video from Scotland, Jace, of the family who'd been reported for having people round? The police just entered the property and started arguing with the couple, and then started manhandling the fella in front of his kids and everything. Have you seen that video?
I haven't seen the video. I have seen it reported. And I have. Go on, yeah.
I'm saying it's dirty what they're now attempting. They're not only stopping people asking you why are you out of your house, they're stopping you. Why have you not got a mask? Somebody posted in the chat room earlier, 2 women drove 5 miles to go for a walk. 7 coppers surrounded them and fined them £200 each. And I've got to rectify this thing that keeps going around about police fining. Police do not issue fines. They offer agreements for a penalty. If you agree you've been naughty, you'll give them your details and you will sign their ticket. That is then produced at a county court, and a judge can see the agreement has been made and he'll issue the fine. It's the grammar, what people are using, it's changing the world, Jace. Somebody asked me whether I'd had coronavirus. It's a ridiculous comment. Have you had coronavirus? Do you actually know what you're saying? People I know are going for tests, and I say, are you ill? No. Why are you going for a test then? Just in case. My old family doctor that was my nan's doctor, my dad's doctor, my doctor, if I'd have gone to him and said, can you test me to see if I'm ill? He said he'll have offered to section me. And I don't know what it is with this, what is it, Munchausen syndrome? That people are just...
Munchausen syndrome.
Yeah, people are just convincing themselves that they're ill and there's all these deaths. I mean, people close to me say they know people personally, like a dozen people personally who've died from COVID. Something that's never been identified, isolated, or anything. So they're using grammar, and it's like a belief system that's being created. And it's hard because if you push too hard at it, they don't half kick back at you, Jace.
Am I on, Jace?
Yeah, you're on, mate. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cookie put there were a link up on Cookie's show on Monday, and I had an argument with my girlfriend about it because she works at council, and I'm saying it's bullshit. But if you put your postcode in, it tells you how many people have died from COVID in, I think it was 6 months, from March to November last year. And in our area, guess how many it was?
Go on.
3.
But
And I said to her, is that a pandemic? Is that a fucking pandemic then?
no, pandemics when people are fucking dying in the street, isn't it? That's when it is, when people are dropping dead right, left and centre. That's a pandemic. I mean, we were told by Boris Johnson that everybody should expect to lose somebody close to them too soon. He
Mate,
said
they're telling you to act as if you've got it. Act as if you've got COVID. What is going on?
and then the Iron Fist. Now, on New Year's Eve, I heard a plane above, a light aircraft above, in the evening, above house, and I thought, wonder what that is. So I had a look on that plane tracker, and it was this. I'll show you. I took a screenshot. It was this. You see, it's going all the way around Sheffield. It's a plane. It belongs to West Yorkshire Police, and it's a plane, and it were going all the way around. Look, what's it doing? It's looking for parties. It's looking for people who are, not adhering to the rules. This is what we've got to. This is public money. Imagine how much it cost to keep that plane flying all night, looking for fucking COVID parties. So how many fines they had to get to cover the cost.
No, I'll tell you what I think they're looking for. They'll be looking for weed. Someone growing weed in the fucking attic, won't they?
Now, what, on New Year's Eve?
Mm.
Well, why does it never happen before or after? I haven't had it since.
It does.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
They use helicopters for that anyway, with the heat-seeking thing. Anyway, look.
So West Yorkshire Police, West Yorkshire Police have got a plane?
I've got a plane, yeah. South Yorkshire Police used to have an helicopter.
We've got an helicopter, but
no, we
I didn't
used to
know
have
we had
an
a plane.
helicopter. We used to have an helicopter, and then West Yorkshire and South Yorkshire Police now share the same helicopter. But West Yorkshire Police have got a plane, which obviously we're covering South Yorkshire. So South Yorkshire and West Yorkshire must have got a plane between them.
They're fucking cunts.
They are, aren't they? They're a bunch of fucking proper cunts. They are. I mean, we seem to have gone into a complete darkness. I mean, everybody feels like they've failed.
Where do they find them from, though? Where do they find these people from to be coppers? I can remember one at first thing, right? My dad were a good man. He were a nice man. And he came from a rough area. But he said to me, you can do whatever you want in life, but if you become a copper, I'll disown you. And I'll never forget that.
That's a good thing to teach. It's a good thing.
It is with this system as it stands at the minute. The massive recruiting that they're doing, they're looking for uni graduates now who have got this legislation verbatim, and people have got to understand under this system that a lot of it are commercial agreements, that they're blurring lines between crimes and non-crimes. When you've got people that can just label something as a non-crime so the police can investigate, when you're offering money for neighbours to grass on other people, you are changing society. You are meddling with conditions that can become volatile very quickly. There's no economy. There's nothing. You know what I'm saying? We don't understand. If America are in trillions and trillions of debt, we're starting to spiral right now, because I see businesses in my town, boys, and there's nothing. There's a lot of them not coming back.
I've been listening to radio. I've been in bed ill in December, yeah, and they're advertising for 20,000 more coppers.
Yeah,
is that like 10% more? And what's the reason for that?
Well, they've got 2,000 new judges. They all started in October because they started to replace all the old dinosaurs, so to speak, because they're upping everything on legislation. They're trying to say that commercial law has usurped criminal common law. So you're going to be found guilty and presumed guilty on all kinds of presumptions, and it's impossible to win when you have to get somebody who is only accepted within their system that can't or won't go against them. They're might get you a deal, but they're still gonna steal everything off you. This is letting go of the reins, guys. There's absolutely nobody at the controls, and people are fighting to sit in the captain's chair.
Do you think we've lost them, maybe?
We've never lost.
It's got to get worse. It's got to get worse because people are still, Love Island's still on, or whatever it is they're watching these days. There's shit. People are going out on walks and saying all the simple things in life. They're getting to spend time with the families, but they've not felt what could happen. If you look in history, this doesn't end well for the population.
Well, it's not fucking going well at the moment, is it, for the population? I mean, unless you work for government or something, I mean, you're pretty much fucked, aren't you? I don't know how our companies are dealing with this latest lockdown. I know that the company that I used to work with, when I was delivering, I know they continued through the first lockdown and put measures in place. But it's how our little business is doing. That's what they're not fucking. Tesco's haven't been closed for a single day. Not a single day has Tesco's been closed, and yet fucking everyone else has been told that they've got to go and shut down. No, obviously there's others as well, but if you're a small shop. If you're Alf Roberts' corner shop, you're fucked now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, would that be essentials? What? I don't know.
I reckon Alf would argue that he sold essentials.
Yeah, I think he would. Yeah.
Dev definitely would. Dev definitely would.
Yeah. All right. Well, what about Rita across road? Is a newspaper.
Rita's retired, hasn't she? Rita retired. Well, she did when I last watched it. Go on.
I've been watching classic Coronation Street on ITV3 in afternoons, and we've just got to where I think it's just got to where Derek dies. Remember Derek, who were married to Mavis? Well, he's just died. Des Barnes is still in it. So I'm watching it from that point of view. I don't watch the Coronation Street now. It's just it just changed. It turned into a story into fucking just like shit, utter shit. People fucking shitting on each other. People scheming against each other. People fucking having an affair and fucking having affairs and just shagging anybody fucking at any point. It's just ridiculous that's what it is. It's just, I think Richard D. Hall said you might as well have an open sewer going through your
they're trying to say that represents society, aren't they? That's normal in society. If that's normal in society, society's failing. But it shows
because they shape society.
Yeah, and it shows how much media has a lot of pull, Jace, because remember, was it 30 years ago when Deirdre Rashid went to jail and people actually campaigned to get Deirdre released?
That guy's just come into it. Watch it. ITV3, it's on in an afternoon. I think it's about 1:45 it starts. Oh, no, that's Emmerdale Farm first. Emmerdale Farm, old Emmerdale Farm. And then there's 2 episodes Old Coronation Street.
Has Has Deirdre got out yet?
No, Deirdre just met that bloke. And remember, he was a bloke who pretended he were an airline pilot and he works at fucking tie shopping.
No, man.
Samir. It was Samir.
She's not got out yet because she's not gone in.
What? So it's been 30 years she's done.
No, he's watching episodes from 30 years ago, and she's only just met Samir, so she hasn't gone to jail yet.
No, Samir's already come and gone. He's come and fucking fell in river or whatever happened to him.
Well, I thought it was Samir she got married to. No.
She did get married to him, but then she meets this bloke.
Why don't she fucking change her mind then?
She meets this bloke, right? Samir's dead. We're moving on, right? So
Samir?
She met this fucking bloke who's reckoning on, he's dressed up as a pilot and he's got all fucking shit and everything and reckons on being a pilot and tells her he's up to fucking Kuala Lumpur and is this, that and other. And he works in fucking tie shop in Manchester Airport. And he gets her to sign loads of fucking things, and then it's like a fraud, and Deirdre ends up going to jail for it when it's him that's doing fraud because she signed all shit. That's it. But she just met him, so I'm spoiling it for myself.
Wait, what do you guys?
So yeah, that's where he's. Jace is a normie. I'm not a normie. I'm fucking just this. What? You want me to be fucking researching fucking shit? This shit knocks you for six when you fucking take half an hour to look at it. You mind fucking doing it all fucking day, especially if you put news. I put news on a couple of times, and it's just utter fucking shit. Honestly, you could have a shit and you know. I used to have this saying. People used to come up when I was a DJ because I was such an arrogant twat. Somebody had come up and they'd say, play such and such. And I'd say, no, I'm not playing that. It's rubbish. It's crap. And she says, no, shit. They inevitably go, yeah, go on. I'd say, no, listen, if I open that CD tray and I shit in it and I put it back in and I press play, it'd sound better than that. So fuck off. I must have been decent to be able to get away with that, but you know, it's just shit. People have been. I just look at what we're on TV at Christmas. Fuck all. There's nothing on TV at Christmas. It's all been put onto these different platforms: Netflix, Amazon, Discovery now, which now you can get Discovery Plus, so you're not going to get the best Discovery stuff on the Discovery Channel. It's going to be on Discovery Plus, which is an extra fucking £7 a month or £5 a month.
They're advertising the fucking Jimmy Savile thing, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, what's that about?
The Jimmy Savile fucking. They've got a documentary on that, and it's all gone. I mean, it's all gone onto these platforms. So there's absolutely nothing left for. I saw a TV advert today. By the way, most of the TV adverts are either fucking charities, right? You're helping donkeys, fucking cats, dogs. Alan, who's got a cleft lip. You've got fucking. What would that be fucking called? And I thought, my God, that is so ironic. This little black kid, and he's not adult to eat, and that, you know, in this country, in his own country, and he were called fucking hell. Who's that guy who did the fucking blood in the gutters fucking speech? Blood in the streets. Enoch. That's it. Young Enoch. Young Enoch. So young Enoch, he needs some water. Then there's fucking Salvation Army. They want some money. They want the at Christmas. Then there's Cross. They want the tenner. Then there's fucking PDSA who do good work, but I bet there's fucking people that run charity are on a fucking decent wedge.
Just give it to me. I'll spend
Don't,
it.
don't forget
Give
the
it to me.
cheap. Don't forget the cheap funerals, followed by the over 50s plan, where you can leave money for your family when you're dead.
And that
Fucking
funeral thing where they said they'll come and pick you up, and that's it, and they'll bring your ashes back. I don't know, it's their ashes. It might
Exactly.
be all the fucking ashes and go, there you go, and fucking give him a leg and a wing into fucking sea off a boat with a fucking brick tied to him. You know, you just don't know, do you? Constant begging adverts. Kerry, you're right. Constantly begging. Hello, Raconteurs Newsers. Good evening, Dalai Lapa. I hope you're all right. Happy New Year to everybody as well. I don't know, it's fucking stupid because we seem to have just continued with 2020. It's like 2020 is going to last for another 5 years. Oh, fucking dear me. So, President,
they're saying that they've only got a short period of time to get, their agenda in by 2030. So anybody who wants to try and get a bit of understanding on that, go and read about Agenda 2030. That's the plan that they're laying out. They're telling you what they're doing.
Yeah. Carol Ford.
And about advertisements, around here we always get those animal charity ones that say donate 69 cents a day, and you will save so many animals. But we'll get them to homes to protect them, and they always have this really sappy music in the background with this really annoying sounding woman.
This is Jason. Jason hasn't had a shit in 3 months. If he can't afford any laxatives, for £3 a month, Jason could be as fucking flowing like the Ganges.
It could cut to a steep hill and where you've tipped out of your wheelchair again and you're lying there going, look, Jason needs help.
I think we all need help. I think we all need help.
God help us.
My name's Leeds. I need wine. Please send money.
Yeah, Leeds hasn't had any wine. Hasn't had any wine for 4 minutes.
Yeah. Fucking send me your fucking life savings.
You see, that's the thing. I've got that written down. I know you, like you said, Webby. I think it was you, Webby. But the adverts on TV, I've got adverts on TV, mostly charity or fucking funeral plans. or them where they'll say they'll take you away and fucking deal with you.
What do you think that taking alcohol away from the public? What do you think that'll do? They shut the pubs. What do you think if they they're talking about it?
They'd have a fucking problem with me if they did.
They already did that, though. It's called prohibition. They already did that.
Exactly. So we're going backwards. There's nothing new. We're doing nothing new. It's going to take a little bit of thinking about this. But when you can't find common sense amongst people that you've got respect for, and then when they have the common sense, they don't know what to do because everybody feels lost. Nobody knows. Nobody's seen what's going on ever. Things are going on that's never happened before. It's a very strange time. How many times have we had that conversation, lads?
Yeah, fucking loads. The Dalai Lapa says, this is Webby. Webby hasn't had a live chat reach around in 6 months. Please donate to the Royal Institute of Temple Head Sufferers. I don't know what that means. Does that mean out to you, Webby?
Not a clue either, mate. Not a clue, man.
Source put Borders, as Carol Vorderman, is 16 full plastic. I think she's nearer 70, isn't she? Carol Vorderman. She must be fucking cracking on a bit, but she's not half been ironed a lot.
Yeah, she's not all natural anymore, is she?
No, I wouldn't have said that now. Fucking Richard Whiteley will be turning in his urn.
Well, she's had boob add-ons, she's had arse add-ons, she's had all kinds of things sucked out of her and injected into her. She's not what she was. I remember in the 80s, my mum loved Countdown, and she was a proper, like, mumsy, plain Jane type girl, and then all of a sudden she erupts into this siren. It's a very strange set of affairs, isn't it?
She used to use a calculator. She used the calculator. Yep.
Oh,
she used the calculator.
Yeah, so does the other one, that one that's there now. She uses a calculator. It gets told to them in the rear, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a fucking swizz. But well, it's I mean, Countdown if you like it. It's not same as Richard Whiteley days, is it?
No, near as good.
When they had the wankers. Wankers came up. First bloke says wankers, and then second bloke goes, "Oh, well, we're a pair of wankers."
And you know, I just want to say, so yesterday I was on Discord. I was trying, and basically everyone was talking about the whole Capitol Hill thing, and like people were saying, "Oh my God, it's so good, we're winning because Trump got deleted off of Twitter." And I tried to tell them that, dude, Twitter. Okay, first of all, fucking like, where do I start? Fucking Twitter is. Do you know anything about Zuckerberg and Twitter?
He's a cunt. He's a cunt.
Exactly, and fucking and Trump and all that. And then if you try to anything about this, and you try to bring up how the COVID thing is just a scam, because I see people fucking like bragging about how they got these like Dragon Ball themed masks and saying, "Oh, this looks lit" and all that. I'm like, are you like, this is fucking disgusting. And I flat, because when I say something, I want to. I'll fucking say it. I'm not gonna sit around and hold myself back because I feel like I'll offend somebody.
It's off the scale. It's off the scale that a serving president can be muted, can be stopped from being able to have free speech. If that isn't some kind of an attack, I don't know what to get people to start thinking. There's a battle going on.
I actually saw people saying that, oh, free speech should only be allowed if you're not saying ridiculous things.
So you know why we say all the world's a stage and it's a fucking soap opera that's going off in front of us. We know Trump's not really the one pulling the chain, take the fucking strings and everything. I mean, him getting kicked off her Facebook and off Twitter, do you think that's just something just to provoke more fucking violence and more dissidence and more just to make him look worse? I mean, he's probably in on it, but to make him look worse.
Yeah, it's oh no he isn't. Oh yes he is. Oh no he isn't. It's a load of bollocks, but it's always worked. It's always worked. They haven't got any new tricks. It's just we've been very distracted, and along the way the education system has been tweaked here and there, and those impressionable young minds have been corrupted from an early age. I mean, I always say that I was probably one of the first generations of TVs. For me to have my own television in my room, that was like quite revolutionary as a kid. Everybody's in different rooms these days. But that TV, even though it was only 3-4 channels, it was, I wanted to be a Hollywood stuntman, mate. I even wrote to Jim will fix it. God knows what could have happened to me.
Well, we could be, yeah.
What did you ask for, Webby?
Say again, over.
What did you ask for?
To be a stuntman. I wanted to be Colt Seavers.
Did you say stunt?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
You wanted to be a stuntman? Well, you never got. Did you not get a response?
No, I didn't, but I'm glad, really, because I'm scared of heights. I wouldn't have made a good stuntman, me.
No, well, yeah, he probably didn't fancy you. Did you send a picture in?
Nay. Think
No.
I got a postcard back once from what was the one on ITV at 10:30. I think it was either it was the Saturday show. Was Tommy Boyd on one over there?
Oh, you mean GMTV or whatever it was?
No. Like there was no Ledman's Swap Shop. You had like something like number 73 on ITV and
Yeah,
on a Saturday.
Wackaday.
Yeah, Tiz was all that stuff.
Yeah, number 73, yeah. And
Yeah.
all these fucking wholesome show. And well, we thought they were wholesome, but they were probably all on fiddle. And I don't mean fucking getting more money. Especially, I mean, Philip Schofield started off in children's TV. I mean, that's something that's quite concerning. I know
No.
he's.
Now then.
I mean, even back then, TV was still like people like if you go on like old news videos from like the 80s or something or the 60s, people will say, "Oh, the news was so much better back then." It's just as fucking fucked up back then as it is now. Like I always see people praising people like Walter Cronkite, and I'm like, do you not know of the famous line of "I'm the right hand of the devil"? It's like all these classic news stars that people look up to. It's like you guys do realize that these are Satanists. And
Ethan, in the chat room, we've said why aren't Unit and Webby got cameras on? I'll tell you that, but Webby's is probably broke or it's not working or whatever, and Uni's just too ugly to have on Raconteurs News. So, oh my days! See, it's fucking Deirdre Barlow's fucking fat younger brother.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, we gotta love you, Uni. We do. You keep coming back anyway. We keep abusing you, and you keep coming back. So that shouldn't be all.
Man, I love taking it.
Someone says Philip Schofield didn't realise he was playing until he's 50.
Is that what he's just said? Did he really say it? He loves taking it?
Yeah, very. Hey, I'm allowed to make those jokes, bro. That's my shtick.
Oh, fuck, my computer just blew up. He loves taking it. Good old Uni. Are you listening to Raconteurs News? It's our 5-year anniversary. We're just having a little bit of a chit-chat. As you know, I've got through several presenters. Brought one of them's here with us tonight, who used to present with me, Paul Webster. The other two, AD, obviously, as you know, he's not in a fit state to be able to come on. And Andy, I've not had no contact with since he told me that he didn't like the way that you. Since we fell out, anyway, I've had no contact with him. So, but it's great to have Webby on. Always good to have Webby on. Got Dinnett's Dad's Dog's Dead, which is AKA Super Leeds, and we've got Uni Black Sister, who's from the Washington in the United States of America. The United States of America. There we go.
Like
it. Are you right up?
I have to say, Jace, it took me back with Andy presenting it like that. Hearing those dulcet tones after all this time.
I know. Yeah. It did me as well.
I know. Should we do it again?
Yeah, go on.
Let me. I'm just gonna have to mute my mic and. I'll mute my mic and I've got to bring somebody in because it's the other. Here we go. I'll mute my mic.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Raconteurs News on peoplesinternetradio.com. And we're bringing you the untwisted, unsweetened news. So we've had a little break over the holiday period, and we're back now in the Saturday afternoon slot, and Jason's going to be taking over this slot. So, afternoon, Jason.
Good afternoon, Andy. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, mate.
Did you have a good Christmas period?
I did, yeah. You've been poorly. You're fully on the mend now?
Yeah, I'm getting there. It's plenty of rest. I've had lots of that. So I've had about a month's worth of rest. So I'm just about ready to... I'm like a coiled spring, shall we say.
Well, the team seems to be hit a bit with these health problems at the minute. We've got Frags in hospital, and all being well, he's coming home today, so that's good. And his surgery went well, so I know we'll be listening to this on the podcast, so get yourself well soon. We'll be over and see you soon, Frags.
Yeah, all the best wishes, Frags.
But we've got a great guest today, haven't we?
There you go. That was our first show. That was our first show as Raconteurs News.
That's a classic right
Yes,
there.
you was ill 5 years ago when you started, and you're ill this time.
Well, if you remember...
I thought that.
Well, if you remember, in December 20... We started in January 2016. Well, on December the 8th, 2015, I had a heart attack. That's why he said that, that's why
Did that involve vodka?
My heart attack, yeah. The induced heart attack. It does take us back. It does take us back. Good old Andy. I do miss him.
I do. It's nice to hear his voice.
I could always rely on him, apart from to get his mic on. I always had to tell him, mic on.
Oh, you were useless. Both of you were useless. It were fucking... One of you... My girlfriend used to piss herself when she was listening, saying, neither of them are fucking talking.
I'll tell you what, every show I did with you and Andy, every show, me and Andy would be sat there, and it'd be like skin of your teeth, 7 o'clock. He'll be here. Honestly, he'll be here. And then you turn up, and then I've not looked at anything, but yeah, we'll talk. And it just happened, didn't it? There were just dynamics. It was, but I did. When you said, "I've sent you the link," and I'm looking at it, mate. You've not sent it, mate. You sent me the link for the show on YouTube, and then you said underneath it, "I'll send you the studio link later." So I'm sat there at 8:05, and the show's starting. I went, "He's a fucking bell end, this fella."
All right, so I'm not very fucking professional.
Very professional in the.
Is that 5 years, Webby? 5 years.
I know.
5 years to perfect it, and I never will. Nuki Brown said, Jace, did you carry on from autonomous media, radio media, stroke media? Well, we joined autonomous media against my will. I didn't want to do it, but we did it, and eventually it just became untenable. Mark Winders, actually, it was me and Mark Winders. The guy who made autonomous media, he was mates with Mark Winders. And of course, we got our show. We're on his platform. So when I said I were having Tony Farrell on, they didn't want. They said no, you can't have Tony Farrell on. Mark Winders, he's done it. I said fuck Mark fucking Winders. I'm having Tony Farrell on. So I had Tony Farrell on, and then we just sort of just ditched autonomous media and just went on his own. Like we should have done in first place, but never mind. You live and you learn, and I've learned, and I've been here 5 years, and I've had, like you said, I was ill when I started, and I'm still ill now. So
we've learned things the hard way. I mean, if I go back 5 years, mate, I was on my arse. Everybody, we were all going through a fair bit, as much as trying to get information out to people. Privately, we were all going through a fair bit. It wasn't losing limbs in my case, it was losing your bloody mentality even. We were all under different types of pressure, and if you're still here, mate, you've got a hell of a chance. I mean, you've had a TARDIS and everything fitted since.
I know, I've got one here. Oh, I'll light it up. Put my hand in. Look at that.
Way.
Yeah. Look
Oh,
at
hey.
that. Yeah, so we've had 5 years. Let's get back to today, because there's just fucking so much. There's just so much of it. I mean, what do you make of it? What? In fact, let's just ask Uni first. What's the vaccine rollout like over there, and what's the propaganda? Are you getting adverts, and are you seeing it in normal TV?
Yes. Oh dear God, yes. Fucking all over. Fucking talking about this the stupid COVID vaccine, saying that if you want to protect your loved ones, come take the vaccine. It's perfectly safe and all that. And I even saw, and my little brother, like I told you before, he's on the phone. Yeah, he one of his jobs is, because he works for the National Guard, he gets on the phone and tells people if they tested positive or negative for the fucking COVID. And every time I hear that, I'm gonna slap the bugger in the fucking face. And by the way, I just want to say real quick that the chat is that a certain person in the chat's really starting to piss me off. So I'm just gonna stay away from the chat for right now. So I don't want to fucking burst.
Well, you should have just stayed away from chat rather than. You don't need to tell us.
Yeah, sorry. It's just that usually I like to look at the chat to inform you guys what's going on, because I know you guys may get a bit busy, but
Well, I've got there's people. Look. I don't want to get involved in any.
I'm watching it.
Crap bollocks, but yeah, let's fucking who's upset Uni? Who don't fucking upset Uni?
Yeah, Uni, fuck off.
It actually takes a lot to upset me. Believe me, it actually does take a lot to upset me. I'm usually a really tolerable person, but there are certain things that really do that when I see them, it really does. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. To answer your question, yeah, it's in all over the TV, all over even the adverts on YouTube. I get them as well, talking about there's always these. I don't know if it's. I don't know if this is just a recent thing, but there's always these adverts coming on where they have like a group of people, like you have one person talking and then another person continuing the sentence, and then it cuts mid-sentence to a third person. You get a lady saying, "Oh, we've learned a lot about the COVID-19," and then some guy comes on saying it's real, and then the next person come on and says it's dangerous. And I've been seeing a lot of those types of commercials lately, and if I had to guess as to why they're probably doing that, it's because they think that if they have multiple people coming on in commercials, basically saying, "Oh, this is all these people are saying it, so that must mean that it must be true."
Well, apparently Queen and Prince Philip have had it today, haven't they? Or yesterday.
Wait, really? I thought the Queen was dead. I thought she was fucking dead.
Well, they probably injected it into her fucking corpse. They'll certainly injected it into his corpse. I mean, what utter bollocks. What utter nonsense. Fucking, for a start, if there were a proper, real fucking pandemic, right, as captain of this fucking ship, she should have been last to get one. As the captain goes down with ship, he's always last off, right? She should have been the fucking last, not the fucking first. She's only the first simply because she's not even fucking had it. Let's face it, she's not had it, has she? What do you think, Webby?
Well, the amount of evidence where people have had caps on the syringes, false vaccines, all this kind of stuff that is being fake for some reason. If it is this pandemic, what are you doing? What's going on? These are basic common sense thoughts that start a process where you can start to join dots. But you cannot give this to most people. They're completely blind to it.
Yeah, they are. They think that this vaccine is going to fucking save them.
People are going to take it because they want to go to Benidorm, mate. It's their only holiday of the year to get away from everything. That's what they're going to take it for, and they haven't got a clue what's in it. They don't care.
Do you know what's going to happen, don't you? It's going to go a complete about turn. There's going to be fucking illegal immigrants arriving in fucking France so that they can then fucking try and get down to Benidorm for a couple of weeks holiday. Put it back in fucking trucks and that, aren't they? Because they're not fucking vaccinated. They're not vaccinating me. I don't care what they tell me I can and can't fucking do. I can and can't do those things anyway, so fuck them.
Wait until it's tier 7 versus tier 8 for an oldie shop. Fucking hell, mate. You're going to have people challenging each other like Hunger Games.
Yeah. And all the vaccine deaths will be COVID-19 deaths. Mick Ramos put there. Yeah, that's. I think that's when probably we might see a lot of deaths, is when the vaccine's been properly rolled out and they'll blame the unvaccinated. That's
there's been a few recent deaths, haven't there? There's been a doctor in Miami whose wife is convinced that he was fit and healthy, and 2 weeks after having this COVID-19, he's died. And she believes that's the jab. You've got that nurse, I can't remember her name now, thingied over. She had the injection and collapsed live on TV, and then, she hasn't come back out. All this controversy, nobody knows what's going on with it, but again, how is it not enough to draw people's attention? People openly talking about internment camps. People clapping and saying the army should have been on the streets months ago. That doesn't prick people's ears up. Again, what do you say to them?
You can't, can you? You can't say out to them.
Those who have eyes and see.
If anybody still thinks we're on this third lockdown, if anybody still thinks that this is fucking about COVID-19, then they're crackers. I've got a fucking. This pen was used to write the fucking Magna Carta, and I'll sell it to you. We're vaccine.
Hey, well, didn't somebody do it with Anne Frank's diary?
Oh yeah, we're a biro.
Yeah, exactly. Just fucking utter nonsense all the way through. All the way through history. I mean, how do we even know what history? Is my history different to yours?
His story. That's the right way to say it. His story.
Yeah, the winners, the people who write shit down, are the people who win. You don't get. You ain't got fucking Hitler. Oh well, we played well, but we were just at end. We lost in injury time, fucking last minute. Do you? You don't get Hitler's book like that.
Yeah, you never see stuff from fucking Hitler's point of view or anything like that. All you get is just the.
Don't start him on Hitler, for fuck's sake.
Sorry.
For fuck's sake.
I'm not about Hitler. What's up with Hitler? Look. All I'm saying is that the winners write the fucking stories, right?
Yes.
There is not a fucking book.
Hitler fucking lost.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But there ain't a book where Hitler says, "Oh, fucking hell, we came so close." He does his life story. And then goes like, and then we got into this fucking, we decided to have a replay, World War II, because we'd lost first one, and I thought we were up for a replay, so we had World War II, and we were all fucking so close to winning it, and so you don't get that, that's what I mean, you don't get a...
because it's the anniversary, Jace, we had Dennis Wise on, who was the author and producer of that Adolf Hitler, the Greatest Story Never Told.
Yeah.
I thought you meant fucking Chelsea player.
we did a couple of interviews on Raconteurs News in the archives with him.
Yeah,
That,
we did.
he talks about his dad fighting in the Balkans for the Germans, and then he met an English woman and settled over here. He came back from school and asked his dad, "Why did Hitler do what he did, Dad? Why did he kill all those people?" And he said, "I'll never forget my dad's reaction." He hung his head and he says, "It didn't happen like that." And he said, "That's how I started to piece all this stuff together to get an opposite, because we've got history, but we know that these are known liars who have been telling us this. You know, if the ones who enslave you are also the ones that you go begging to, you know,
it don't make sense, does it, Webby?
Well, they were talking about the Irish being slaves on the Barbary Coast, and somebody challenged it by saying they weren't slaves, they were indentured servitude, which was meant to work for nothing, which is a slave.
Hello?
So, legally speaking, we're indentured servants. It's bonkers, mate. It's time to grow up.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
I think it says a lot when the history of the Second World War was written by fucking Stalin and Churchill. I think that says a lot.
Hey, I tell you what, though, they do a cracking rendition of "Video Killed a Radio Star" on YouTube. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, yeah, you've got to look at it. Put Stalin versus Hitler, "Video Killed a Radio Star" YouTube. And then you can understand what kind of technology that they could actually use on live television. Now they know the kind of reaction that they can get from advertising things on TV now.
Didn't Churchill write a book after the war? And he didn't mention 6 million.
Yeah. Also, another thing is that when it
Don't start on Hitler, you me.
No, I just want to say, JFK actually wrote in his diary that he admired Hitler.
That's controversial, isn't it? On Raconteurs?
I mean, he fucking lost.
Did he?
Yeah. I feel like that World War II with me is like bills of exchanges with Webby. We can't stop talking about it.
Right, let's get off. Let's get off YouTube. What's been your best show, either in the last 5 years or this year?
Who you talking to, me?
And here.
Well, this year I've only done this one, so this one is the best one I've done this year.
Yeah, it's true.
Is this your favourite this year, then, Jace?
This is my favourite show this year.
I said that last. You daft cunts.
He said either this year or last 5 years.
Yeah.
So
right.
This is my favourite one this year.
Right, I'll give up.
Yeah, John Irwin. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed John Irwin. Everybody knows I like Diane Jessie Miller talking to her about Rick Mayall. If you're not listening to that, you've got to have a listen. I've interviewed her a couple of times, and she directed Rick Mayall's final film, One by One, and she had a lot of stuff about him. I enjoyed. There's been a few I've enjoyed, but there's also been a few I've not. Webby were my favourite guest for a long time. And who used to argue? Who did you used to argue with, your favourite guest? Who was it? He disappeared, didn't he?
Didn't he? Dinny's there in the chat room, mate.
No, not Dinny. It weren't Dinny, it was someone else. It were him from Nottingham who could barely enunciate, who were Andy's mate. Oh, what do you call him? Andy's mate from Nottingham, and whenever he kept mentioning it all the time. I can't remember. I think you were a bit jealous because he'd been on show and I'd said that you were my favourite guest. And we talked about pretty much same thing. He was doing all them trusts and stuff. Remember?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. There's a few that I really enjoyed talking to Guy Taylor. God bless his heart. Wherever you are, Guy.
I'm right here.
Sorry?
I'm right here. You said Taylor. I'm right here.
No, Guy Taylor.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Have a fucking bit of respect, you fucking Yankee blob. Taylor's all right. No, but Guy Taylor, he were a good one. He were cracking open cans, but it didn't seem to matter to him. It didn't seem to matter. I think we were all going at the same pace, and that's a really interesting one. So have a look at that. Also, let me think. Guy Taylor, and we had Tom Crawford on once or twice, but I wasn't really enamoured with him. I don't know what it were, but I just weren't really enamoured with him. Who else did we have on? Who else have we had on? Chuffing out, Chris Spivey. He were a guy. He were a man. Chris Spivey. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
He told me that I was talking shit about Joe Cox. Do you remember?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Chris Spivey. Yeah. I mean, there's just been so many. We've had doctors on and all sorts of people. We've even had a king on.
There's a lot in there, mate. There's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot of people been spoken to, and some have been on several times. There's so many good ones.
You've been on too many, Webby.
Yeah, I've been on quite a few myself, but there's been too many that have been really good shows. But I know there's a car crash one of mine, particularly out there somewhere, and I know there's the secret one that we don't talk about.
Does it involve tequila? Tequila.
So somebody's just put in. Nuki Brown's just put in chat. Will the infamous pissed broadcast ever see the light of day? Well, I've left instructions that after my death, it'll be uploaded. It can be uploaded, but no.
That one best one was when you went on that rant for about half an hour about something.
Which one?
Well, yeah, but
something. I remember something about the Middle East. I think I recall something.
Yeah, and I can't believe how many times he swapped, and every other word was a swear word.
He was angry back in those days.
Oh God, man, fucking hell! I had shit on my fucking chest, and you see the thing were that Andy, because he were sort of main presenter. He did introductions and did most of the thing, and then he sort of left me to do the ask questions and do stuff, and sometimes I used to go into a rant. Sometimes I did.
Half an hour though. You went on one for half an hour.
What about the Stephen Hawking thing? Tell me about that, Leeds, because you were
me.
You said you sent me an email and you talked about fucking when I've been talking about Stephen Hawking. Oh.
No, that was the first time I were on, and I went on about fucking Hawking, and it was best fucking line you've ever fucking said. God, what was it?
That was the infamous introduction, wasn't it, Jace? Where
does Stephen Hawking
come on the first show?
Stephen Hawking believe in free speech? It was something like that.
Remember the first show he came on? He just come on and went, "So what do you reckon?"
Yeah, that's it. What do you think about stuff?
Yeah, what do you think about stuff?
Oh, a good question there, Leeds. Yeah, well, you know, I like
I've got better. I've got better. Fuck me.
You have got better. You have got better. You have got better. And but I do know how to rein you in.
But it was. Stephen Hawking. Do you reckon he believes it? Free speech? What? Oh, it words to that effect. And I just pissed myself.
I think he sent me an email about it and put a link in to Spot and told me what time it were, and I'll have a look back at that.
Well, you fucking useless, aren't you?
Well, I am useless. Oh God, what became of the cryptocurrency that a guest was promoting years ago? You're talking about OneCoin. That was a pyramid scheme, and I think that's why Andy packed in. To be honest, I think it were a pyramid scheme. The woman that ran it, a Bulgarian woman who founded it, disappeared a couple of years ago and has never been seen since. With $9 billion, so that's all worthless. And which is, I didn't invest in that at all. In fact, I got gifted an investment in it. So that's all that I had in it. But I know that certain other people did put quite a lot in it. Yeah, that were OneCoin, and that was John Hamer, who, you know, John Hamer. He did a good one on Titanic. I've known John for quite a while. In fact, since the days of the old forum. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the raconteursnews.com thing, and I'm going to put it to the forum so that people can go to the forum or know to go to the forum and go to the forum and talk about whatever they fucking want. It's there. It's you can use it. It's been there for fucking years, and there's a shitload of fucking information on there, and lots of brilliant articles that have been written by Matt Conspiro, who were on last week. He's written a number of articles that are on there, so plenty on there. But that's what I'm going to do. That's the one. Yeah.
Well, they went on last week, wasn't it?
It's what?
It went on last week.
Well, last time then.
Okay, get your fucking facts right.
All right, well, get your fucking facts right.
Okay.
All right then. Don't leave your shit in the bank. Okay. Mine usually goes in bog, or it goes on my hand, and then it's really fucking snotty stuff. And anyway, Leeds' finest moment was with Neil Sanders. Neil, I've got to admire your balls.
Neil Sanders is probably my highlight. Yeah.
Neil Sanders.
Yeah, probably.
I think, I think the John Irwin one, I enjoyed that, but I listened back to it. It must be a few months ago now, and I listened back to it, and I don't think it was quite as bad. I don't think I get him quite as much as I could have done. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's when you get someone who's got an opposite view, and we've always had that, haven't we?
Oh yeah, we've always had opposite views. I mean, there's loads of shit. What I've noticed is there's a lot of shit going on between podcasters and people that do these things. I think I don't know if you know about it, Webby, but there's like these guys that have fucking got beefs with each other, and they're fucking doing these videos, like calling somebody a cunt and that. And I think that's what's happening. I mean, these people used to be mates.
Well,
Do you know
Webby? No, I've not seen any of that. Who?
And Darren G and James English.
I've heard of James English. I don't know who Darren G is. I don't ring a bell.
No. I mean, it got they've got YouTube channels, and they're fighting. There's a lot of
What do they do? What kind of shows or what channels do they run?
I think the crime ones, because these people are all ex-criminals. As far as I can gather, that's what they go on. They used to be criminals, and now they've turned their life around, and they're doing all the good stuff and stuff like that. And I think they were doing loads of it. Started popping up on my feed. So yeah, we've had a couple of spats, haven't we? We've had a spat with fucking Garrett and what's his face. Fucking Joe Public had a go at me when he fucking misheard something that I said when he came off and came back on again. He went off and fucking came back on again. Fucking hell.
Who was the one who stayed alive eating his earwax?
Oh yeah, God, fucking hell.
Oh.
That was funny, that. He fucking sent me a message next morning. He says, "Can you edit that video?" He says, "You left it on and I'm sat there just fucking doing that and eating my own earwax."
It was unreal.
Crime Buster or something. No.
Is it Crime Bodge?
No. I'll think of it.
I'll tell you what, Jace. I remember one episode.
Shell Destroyer.
Oh, I remember one episode. I think it was with Rob Alford, and I think you went off on a rant. And every time you went to start your sentence, it was because your accent, because you was trying to say you can't, but because your accent, you kept going, you cunt, and he kept talking over you. So 4 times you went, you cunt, and I was wetting myself, mate.
Rob Alford were difficult listening. Fucking hell.
What about Blazing Stars?
The guy in the wheelchair who went for chips, fucking for a kebab. Yeah, Paula. Yeah, he's been in chat room tonight. Actually, he's called. I fucking can't remember.
I've seen every show apart from that one because you deleted it.
Which one?
Guy in wheelchair.
What guy in wheelchair?
He went for a fucking kebab.
Oh, in mobility scooter, yeah.
I've seen every show apart from that one because you deleted it.
I haven't deleted it. I've just put it to private. That's all.
Well,
my favourite is when super leads come on and wouldn't say anything, and Jason comes in. Oh God, dear me. We've had some fucking. We've had some good laughs. Even when Andy were here, we had a good laugh.
One of my personal favorite shows is the ones with Francis Richard Connolly.
Yeah, we understand that. Yeah, that's because that's how you came to us, isn't it?
Yes, through you. I forgot which interview it was. I think it was I know Andy was here. It was like in 2018, I think.
Yeah, I've tried to get in touch with him, and he's not replying. I don't know whether he's still active or not. A lot of people aren't active anymore, are they? A lot of people are sort of getting it up.
He's off everything, Jace.
Yeah,
he's completely off everything now. He's completely retired.
Jace's bum cheek episode was Dennis Norden on steroids. Bum cheek episode. I can't remember that one. Is that one? I didn't have no bottoms on or something. Oh, I got my arse out. Did I get my arse out for some reason? I can't remember. Fuck me, I do that many. It's doing this show, especially when I've done it before, because I've only had one drink tonight. But when I've done it before, I've been fucking shit faced. It's like fucking done all sorts of shit. I was doing one.
I remember a show, Jace, where I think I was quite new to it, and all of a sudden you just exited stage left. You're You know, back in the day when you cut your internet, kept running over it. You exited stage left into the kitchen. You just never came back. You just left me there with this guest. You just never came back.
It did. It did.
Nuki Brown said, I sincerely hope that this isn't the best bits review of what was Raconteurs News. Well, Raconteurs News is still Raconteurs News. It's always been Raconteurs News. It's just evolved. I'm a little bit more picky about who I talk to.
It is what it is, mate.
Hey?
It is what it is. That's exactly what 2020 was, and 2021 has started pretty much on this same vibration, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, look, we're always going to be trying to be upbeat. Always going to try and be funny, because that's that's how I've got through my life, is being funny. You know, I was a weedy kid, but you know, if I could make big kids laugh, they'd fucking leave me alone. So you know, it's just it is what it is. BitChute says, why the name Raconteurs? Now, that I didn't have any input into that at all. That was Andy and the guy that did autonomous media. They wanted to call it Raconteurs News. I didn't like it. To be honest with you, I didn't like it. I thought we could have picked some, but they used the word, because Raconteurs News would be better for search engines and stuff like that, I think, using a word like raconteur. Is that you, Reeds, texting me?
There is a band, isn't there, called the Raconteurs? That comes up a lot in search feeds.
Yeah, but that's it. That's all there is. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Jace, what could Raconteurs News have been known as? Had you had your way then?
What if I don't know. Probably Jace will fix it, but you know.
Jason.
And also, by the way, Jason, I'm keeping Andy alive because my Discord name is Andy Young.
Your what? Your Discord name?
Yeah, it's Andy Young.
What's Discord?
It's an app that they use to talk on. It was intended to be a gaming app, but hey, why should we use it just for that?
Is that fucking dead, Uni?
No, it's not dead.
No, he's not dead.
Andy's not dead.
No, he's not dead. He'll never
I hope
die.
he's not patented. I hope you're not using anything else he's patented. We'll all be in trust.
Well, I'm sure he'll be back eventually. I'm sure that Andy will make a return.
From the Dalai Lama, when Uni got married to his long-term partner Stanley, is one of the best Raconteurs episodes.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, you've been married to him.
Is it one of those marriages where I got really drunk and then I put the ring on him and was like, "Hey, we're married now." And then as soon as I wake up, I'm like, "Oh, I don't remember anything." But
Are you talking through your wanking sock or what? You've gone all like muffly.
There we go. I said, is it one of those marriages where we were both extremely drunk off our asses and we decided to get married, put the ring on, and then as soon as we got sober, we were like, "Oh, what happened here?"
If you're wanking while you're talking to me, I'm gonna come over there and fucking give you a beat. Yeah.
If I really was wanking to you, I think I'd like a beating.
Oh dear.
Well, if he's wanking,
you asked for it, dude.
If he's wanking, he's having a beating, isn't he?
I'm gonna have to start a GoFundMe account. In fact,
that sock will stop the spread of COVID.
I'm gonna have to go upstairs because I've run out of weed. So.
All right. Well, while Leeds goes for some weed, are you going for a wee or weed?
Weed. Well, I might have a wee as well.
Us here at Raconteurs News do not.
Two birds, one stone, mate.
Drugs.
Jace is going upstairs. No wonder he's worried about that plane.
Make sure you wear a corset when you come to punish me.
Oh yeah, that's why he's still on the plane, isn't it?
Yeah, he's worried because he said he's going upstairs.
He's gonna get dressed. He's gonna get into his sexy clothes and be like, "Uni, this is where we get started."
I think Uni's having a fantasy here.
Well, Paula is. She says the night Webby stripped down to his tighty whitey and sang "I Am What I Am" was one to remember.
Oh.
Do you know, even the worst time I've been pissed, I've never done that.
Oh, no, but I've never been. I always got naked when I was pissed.
Mate, that's I'm scared for life with that Skype interview we had. I'm scared for life, mate. You with your rubber ducky floating about in your bath.
That weren't a rubber ducky, mate.
Well, it certainly looked like one.
I've got a
it weren't. Okay, now. Well, we've got about 12 minutes left. How are we going to finish off? How are we going to finish this off? Unless you want to go for longer, I'm not bothered.
I'm okay for a bit longer. It's up to you, lad. You're the host of Raconteurs News.
Yes, the Raconteurs News on our 5th anniversary. Welcome along. And later on, look forward to being able to win a prize of £20,000 and a Caribbean holiday, which you won't be able to fucking go on.
It's been a bonkers time that you notice everybody can talk about Parliament saying about them being incompetent. They're not incompetent, but nobody's doing anything about it. That's the scary bit. The contracts awarded to companies, ferry contracts, that didn't have ferries. This is like just corrupt as I don't know what to say. We've got council selling local properties off now to private purchasers, and they're basically selling them for the quids, next to nothing, and they're building the structures, but it's their land and they rent it back to us. It's magnificent when you break down the system, but people are too occupied, busy. They're trying to make ends meet, and look how bad it's got now. People are masking up. People are petrified, mate. But it was interesting to 8 o'clock Thursday. I thought, I wonder what they're going to do this time, because you feel the vibrations change towards all this stuff. But they're still, they're not at a point. I think Leeds said it earlier about unless it affects you directly. You don't do anything.
Yeah. Yep. Are you back, Leeds?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, mate. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. If we're going to go on a little bit longer, I'm going to have to go downstairs and get myself a drink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand over to Paul Webster, who is going to take it from here for just 5 minutes. I'll be 5 minutes, I promise.
You mean to the end?
No, to 5. No. We're going past
that last time you did this.
No. We'll I'll be back.
Leeds and Uni will be sat there till 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Talking
What's
to
the
each other.
show you've done, Uni? What's the longest show you've done? I'm sure I've seen like a 9-hour marathon or something like that.
No, I've not done one that long. Fuck that.
No, Uni.
What?
I'm not sure if it was Uni and Leeds on Uni's channel.
I fell asleep, Webby.
Well, he carried on chatting.
I know. He was talking to Dinny. I think.
Oh, I'll tell you
Wait,
what, I bet that was a meeting of minds.
Wait, say it again.
You and Dinny till the wee hours in the morning.
Oh yeah. We were. Yeah, that was a while ago. I believe it was that time when what's his name was on. What was his name? Freaking the guy from Poland. The guy that snapped at leads. Yeah, whatever his name was, I forgot.
Don't know what you mean. What were you talking about? Invading Europe or something like that? We didn't it?
Yeah, we were on for like several hours after the broadcast cut, and oh man, I remember I was half asleep by the time we finished. And keep in mind that I'm like 8 hours behind you. I'm behind you, so if it was late for me, that that we were going on for a long time.
Mate, if you fell asleep, didn't he could argue with himself in an empty house? He'll just keep going.
Oh man, but I think the person who's the king of being able to keep a conversation on by himself is Cookie, though. Like he is able to keep I don't know how he does it. He is able to keep a conversation going, like just by himself for so long. It is crazy.
Cookie just flows. I don't think he's scripted. He just flows with it.
He's really good at it. I admire it.
Storyteller.
Yeah, I admire that, being able to just keep going. Like whenever I have a show and I'm by myself, no, I can't do that. It's just there's no freaking way. Like, dude, I admire that about him. It's a really good quality to have.
Mate, when you get invited on his show though, with I think there's about 4 or 5 other guests, and he talks for a fucking hour, and none of us have spoke yet.
Oh, I can't get that, me. I can't get that. I'd be useless. I'd be saying, what the fuck you on about?
No, you wouldn't be blunt like that, would you, Lead?
Yeah, oh, never.
So when was your last show then, Uni?
Haven't done one in a while because, quite frankly, anytime I try to get on, usually I'll be sitting there for like 25 minutes. Nobody showed up, and usually I'll have nothing to say because there's no one in the chat to talk to. And like I said, if I try talking by myself, it just doesn't. I usually seem to.
You keep sending me emails asking me to do one.
I've been sending you email. Every time I send you an email, you never fucking reply.
Have you not invited people on?
Yeah, I've tried inviting people. I never get responses though.
Who have you invited?
What?
Who have you invited?
Oh, I've tried inviting. I think I tried inviting
me.
Yeah. You. I invited you. You, Webby, you Leads. 80. I've tried. I think I might have invited Max Egan on at one point. I'm not entirely sure about that one though. But I'm sure that he would never want to go on a show like mine. Oh, you don't have enough subscribers. That kind of thing. I mean, I don't want to put words in his mouth. He's never said anything.
That's a question. What's happened to Max Egan? I've not heard anything from Max for a while.
Me neither.
No, I
don't know if he got all his channels got wiped. I've seen the odd thing that's been uploaded, but it's nothing new. I don't think.
I think
he's got any difference.
I think it's a twat, Webby. So.
You think Max Egan's a twat?
Yeah.
Pourquoi? Why? Why? Why do you think he's a twat?
I think he's a liar.
I don't know what your opinion is on him. I've not spoken to him for ages. What have you sussed out?
That's just my opinion. I'm entitled to it.
Oh, right.
There we go. Well,
we got
different opinion. Look, I'm. It's like that on Max. I don't know what to make of him, really, to be honest. Talks.
You've got to be like that about everybody, haven't you? Really, you've got to be open about everybody.
You have. I think that about you, Webby. So.
What are you saying?
I'm just like, I don't know, like, because
I
I
think
saw
that
his-
about you. I think that about you, Nick, and I think that about Jason.
we're all cunts here, man. We're all cunts here.
Concierge.
But yeah, there's John Hamer. I saw his Titanic presentation from like I think was it 2012.
You wanking socks on again?
Oh, is this better?
Do you
Yeah,
keep
you know,
putting your
you
feet
can-
in your mouth?
You can
I
actually
think
hear
you-
the crunchy bits, can't you, when he takes it off?
No, I'm not doing. I'm telling you, I'm not doing anything. You want me to
He's
turn my
sucking his
camera on?
toes.
You
He's got his feet in his mouth like normal.
see, like I got nothing. I've got nothing. Okay. I'm not eating or anything. I'm just trying to make sure that the camera is close enough so that way that it doesn't sound like I'm 50 feet away from it. But sometimes I get a bit too close and it ends up getting muffled. But yeah, with John Hamer, I saw his presentation from like what was it, 2012 or something about Titanic, and I thought it was really good. But on the other hand, he's he was pushing the whole what was it what was the cryptocurrency he was pushing? OneCoin.
Yeah, OneCoin, yeah.
And since that ended up being a sham, it's like, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
What's his story with the Titanic, Jace?
That it was switched to, because the Olympic, which was almost identical shape,
Yeah.
had had an accident and its hull had been really badly damaged.
Yeah.
Basically, that it was swapped out for the Olympic because if it's an insurance fraud, because of an insurance scandal going on at the time, because White Star Line was going to go bankrupt and all that. But a lot of people like to debunk it and say, "Oh, it's not true. If you look at the ships closely, there are differences." And so I don't know what to believe on the whole Titanic Olympic theory, personally.
Well, there's a boat at bottom at sea somewhere. So
I mean, how do we even know that the footage of the Titanic that we've been given through the wreck is even real? How do we know it's not completely fake CGI created in a lab somewhere, like the moon landing?
how do we know you're not real? You might not be real.
Maybe I'm in. Yeah, it's a question.
Somewhere. Yeah, you might have been created in a lab somewhere using the eggs of Deirdre Barlow and the sperm of Alf Roberts.
You mean like in the movie Twins?
Yeah.
Am I gonna have Arnold Schwarzenegger as a brother? We're gonna go on this journey to find our real mother. Man. One of the very few...
said there's no record of the Olympic ever being repaired either. No, but apparently they all were knackered. But it had happened, and they wouldn't be able to claim on the insurance on it because it had happened. I think on when they just take it out and see if it works, test drive line.
Not to mention,
there was good hearsay evidence because in that accident that you're talking of, the keel was bent, so it had a permanent list. And when Titanic left the docks, it was listing. There is footage of that, so there's good hearsay evidence. I mean, I have seen a few documentaries
I believe that's true.
pertaining to that.
I believe that's true.
It's a possibility that can't be ignored, considering the people who are involved in it. I mean, you've got the Federal Reserve being brought into the people who were actually on that boat, who were opposed to the Federal Reserve Act.
Oh, definitely.
actually, about that, I've been looking around. I haven't been able to find any documents or anything showing evidence of that personally. I do believe it. It's just I've been trying to look into it. I haven't really found anything. If you got something, I'd like to see it, because that way I can shut up the naysayers who say, "Oh, that's just conspiracy theory."
Why do you need to shut up naysayers? Fuck naysayers. Bollocks to them. Don't believe you. Don't fucking believe. You don't believe it. Believe what they fucking want.
About what?
Fuck them.
What?
Fuck everybody.
Yeah, it's just that
I've tried.
that can be difficult sometimes, especially when it gets you kicked off of fucking servers and shit. Like, you say something, like say a couple of days ago, I was in a Discord server, seeing people talking about the the COVID, saying, "Oh, my boss tested positive for COVID, so now I need to go to get a test." And I typed in the chat, I'm like, "Dude, COVID's a fucking scam." Guess what? I got kicked from the fuck. I got fucking called names and got kicked. I'm just like, okay, really? That's extremely petty. That's extremely fucking petty.
Well, you see, I got a 24-hour Facebook ban from posting or fucking commenting or don't fucking bother me.
Well, that's for being ugly.
I got a 24-hour Facebook ban because somebody were talking about face masks, and somebody had put something, and then they'd put underneath your tinfoil hat wearing thingy, yada yada. I'd rather wear a tinfoil hat than a fucking face nappy.
Yes, exactly. Because at least you can fucking breathe with the tinfoil hat on. At least you can actually breathe.
And you know, I'd rather. And I said, "You're only wearing a mask because you're a pussy," and that's it. I got fucking straight away. Well, straight away. I think it must be words I'd used. But anyway, I got a 24-hour ban. Big fucking deal. I think everyone's off from it now. Anyway, they realise it's just a fucking joke.
Yeah, if you say the thing is with a lot of these social media sites, if you use certain words, or if you name your video certain words, they'll instantly get blacklisted or blocked. Like, say, if you try to, for example, if you try to look up most swear words on YouTube, you won't get any kind of automated search results or anything like that. You have to manually type in a name. Whereas with most stuff, you'll get like suggested names and all that. It's the same thing for, like, if you say the N word, it's like instantly the
boss. Don't say that. Don't say that, Uni.
Or if you say Jews or Holocaust or something like that, instantly.
Fuck me. Give me your address, for fuck's sake.
Like, give me your address. Well, I'll come over there and shut your mouth for you.
That's what Jesus Christ.
Sure.
Listen. Anyway, I made up a song. In fact, it's not. It's different words to a song that's already there. So I thought it'd be a good idea. So let me just sing it for you. So if we could just have a little bit of rush, and I'll sing it for you.
I'm not fucking shutting up.
There you go then. That's it.
I'm joking.
No, don't do it.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
You lost your chance, mate. Honestly, that's it. You've ruined it for everybody else.
No, I haven't.
You have. You look. There's always one, isn't there, Webby? Oh, Webby's. I think Webby's probably gone for a shit or something. That's the thing, Uni. You know, do you still go for a shit in the middle of your fucking show?
No. I haven't done that in a while. But then again, I haven't had a show in a little while, so there's also that as well.
Denny says, "Let's all chip in and post Taylor a black blow-up doll."
Well, is it going to be one of those plushie dolls, those weird ones that come from Japan, where you can stick your dick in it and pretend that it's a fucking what the fuck are those things called? Sex dolls. It's your favorite anime girl. It's just oh, God. Oh man, there's some.
How many you got?
Japan makes some weird shit, man. They make some weird ass shit.
How many have you got?
As many as Leeds has got.
Oh,
well, 7 then.
Yeah, sure.
You see, Leeds bought one.
6. 6. I broke one of them.
Yep, we gotta have the satanic number, so we'll just say 6.
He broke one of them. He took it back to the shop and said, "She's got a cold." She's got.
Don't worry, I'll ship you one, Leeds. I'll ship you one.
Have you seen your Christmas present?
Christmas present.
Oh, cheers.
Not you, you fucking dickhead.
Oh dear. So he's ruined a joke, and we're going to sing a song. He's ruined my song.
Well, I can't help it. I can't help it.
All because he can't fucking because he can't control his son.
I'll shut up. I'll shut up.
Have I missed anything important?
Says BitChute. Okay. Yeah.
By the way, BitChute's an amazing website. You should, just in case something ever happened to this channel, you should try to upload all your stuff onto there. It's a really good website.
Do BitChute.
Yeah, it's a really good website. Like, it's not like fucking YouTube. It's or GooTube, whatever you want to call it. They don't censor shit. Like, you can find like the site's dedicated to truthers and all that. It's a really good website. It's what YouTube should be. Honestly, if you ask me, there's no advertisements either, so you don't got to worry about none of that.
Well, if we don't get like a strike on this one when we've mentioned Jews, Hitler, fucking Jimmy Savile, I've got Jim will fix it. If we don't get a strike off this, then YouTube won't up the game.
That is true, but. I wonder why people actually. Well, the thing is, a lot of the truth channels have been getting deleted recently, in the last year or so. Like, for example, what's his name? The guy that got his start from David Icke. What was his name again?
Richie Allen.
Yes, yeah, he got deleted off of YouTube a while ago, and then Last American Vagabond got blocked off of YouTube, and several others as well.
Hasn't he got the biggest independent radio show in Europe?
I do believe he has, but he's not bragging. Every week he's not bragging. Every day he's not bragging. I haven't listened to him for ages, I've got to say.
He's had some decent guests on, to be fair.
Yeah, but well, I mean, he's got a huge fucking audience, hasn't he? So a lot of people are going to come on, aren't they? Jeff C. Censored died a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I remember that. I remember Cookie doing a show on it. I watched a little bit on it, and I can't remember. I didn't know Jeff C. in the way that everybody else. I didn't know him as Jeff C. Censored, right? So I didn't know his YouTube channel or anything. But back in the day, I did used to know a Jeff C. who was from Canada. Back in the day, I'm talking about 2006, 2007, and he used to when 9/11 Truth were in its heyday. He used to ring up Boeing and ask them about how their parts, what sort of stresses their parts could take and stuff, and how fast they could go at certain heights. So he used to. I don't know if it's the same guy, but if it is, then well, Godspeed to him, or whoever speed. R.I.P. Jeff. Yeah, but I didn't know him on his YouTube channel. It's strange, isn't it? That somebody from years ago pops up and because they've died, and then you remember something about him. I do believe it's the same guy. I did ask somebody, and they said, yeah, it sounds like him. So he's dead. Who else were it? That got med dead. Someone else got med dead. Can't remember. Can you, Webby? Do you know anyone who's got med dead so recently?
What genre? What was he talking about? 9/11, do you say? Or is that the other one? What was he talking about, mate? The fella who is dead.
I thought that Jeff C. guy. I mean, I knew him back in the days at 9/11, but he's popped up now because he's died. So, and I've realised it's the same guy, but I've never encountered him on YouTube.
No, I hadn't. I've seen the name pop up, but I didn't know who he was.
But yeah, I just wondered, weren't there another one that died recently? Oh God, there was one that died recently. I can't remember. Dropping like flies, man. Dropping like flies.
Kobe Bryant?
Not Kobe Bryant. Fucking Kobe Bryant. Yeah? Fucking Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
I'm
No, mate. He might as well have said. He might as well said Dave down the pub.
Yeah, well, we might as well. It's like me. I'll tell you what. You saying Kobe Bryant to me and expecting me to know who it is like me saying John Otsemabor to you.
I know who John Otsemabor is.
Yeah, you do, but he don't. He's in America, isn't he? So it's like, I don't know who Kobe Bryant is. What were he, a cricketer or something?
Basketball player.
Yeah, he was basically rivals with LeBron James or whatever the fuck. You know, I don't care about sports. And to be honest, I've been seeing. I actually got interested a few days ago. Looked up Kobe Bryant on BitChute because fuck YouTube. And basically, they there were a lot of videos basically saying how either some were saying that the whole death was fake, and others were saying that he was killed because he was a sacrifice for the NBA.
Taylor, we don't give a fuck.
No, but
Okay.
he's explaining to us, though, isn't it? It's explaining. So it's netball. He used to play netball.
Netball. I don't even know what that is.
Well, that's third version.
There you go. We don't understand what that old shit is that you're talking about.
Well, I understand it, right? You go down one end and you score, and then you go down the other end and score, then others they go down the other end and score, and it's whoever misses most that fucking loses.
Well, is that the same in pretty much every sport?
No, not really. I mean, in football, you could fucking have 10, 12, 15 shots on target and you not get anywhere, and then your opponents have one shot.
And they're not all big gay men.
Okay, Leeds. Denny's told me to tell you to stick a candle up your arse.
Like a candle in the wind.
I guess.
I can hear him saying that, or slurring that, I should say.
I'm guessing the candle wax has to be melting as well.
It don't even. Fucking.
By the way, did you know that American football was founded by a member of Skull and Bones?
Really?
Did you know, or did you care?
Well, yeah, I guess that's a good point. Okay.
Look, sports, we know what they are. The distractions, all of them. We do know. We know that, don't we, Webby?
Yeah.
We all have his teams. Leeds has got his team. I've got mine. Webby's got his. And we follow them to a certain degree, but we do understand that it's bread and circuses. It's just.
But it used to ruin my week, Jace. It had ruined my week 20 years ago. It had ruined my week Liverpool losing. Liverpool losing had ruined my week 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's when when you actually experience something that happens in your life that turns everything upside down. You yourself have had life-changing experiences. You suddenly realise what matters, and hopefully you learn some lessons from that. But you can't go back to, when you have come from basically kept in the dark about a lot of stuff. How do you go back into being in the dark? Willfully go into a room and close yourself back off. It doesn't make sense to me, but there's no such thing as common sense anymore, mate.
No, we've lost it. It's not common anymore, that's for certain. And I don't even think there's anybody who's got any sense. The people are too frightened. You tell somebody something and they say, "Oh, but well, I don't think they'd do that to us." You get that sort of reaction.
I don't even think it's honestly. I think it's just. I think it's a combination of naivety and just programming. Because honestly, like fear. If you're confronted with the truth, then you're gonna have a really you're going to want to escape from it, like protect yourself from it. But what most people do is not even that. They just pretend like it's not even there, and don't even have the brains to acknowledge it, let alone to even be afraid of it. So that in and of itself says pretty much to me that's not even fear. It's just programming.
It is programming.
I also I also wanted to say about sports as well. I think it's actually more than just spreading circuses. They're also being used to cover up underground slave and pedophilia trade. Who was the guy you had on? The one that was talking about that, how in like deep underground they have these like bases and stuff where they have slaves working and children being kept and all that. I remember that from a while ago that you had on. Someone talking about that.
No, I can't remember that.
Fuck no.
There's so many people and so much stuff that you hear that it's difficult to single one out.
Remember back in the day, Jason, you were doing 2 shows a week at least.
Oh yeah.
There's that many guests been on.
Yeah. We've had that many guests. So that was interesting when we had. Don't you remember Chrissy Morris and Toby?
Yeah, the standoff.
Oh fucking hell! We had the fucking him who did autonomous media didn't know like it. We were
nearly organising it on the car park, weren't we?
He says to me, he fucking sends me a message saying it's an hour to go and there's 120 chat room.
Did go a bit wild, that, didn't it?
Oh fucking hell! It went fucking mental. I don't even know what I was thinking on. I was walking around Wilkinson's and I think I sent one of them a message. Which side were you on? You on Toby's, were you?
I wasn't on anybody's side. It was actually Chrissy I ended up chatting with. Because he was getting irate about something. He said something about me that I took a bit of umbrage to. So we had a few words, and then we had already exchanged phone numbers, and we had a couple of hours good chat, and we got to the same opinions on a lot of stuff. It was just. He was rushed into that, and he thought he was going to get hunted down. And I think it was last minute. It wasn't brilliantly organised, and I don't think either of us were prepared for what happened.
No. I don't think anybody were they?
No, that's all.
In end, what happened is we because we had to kick one of them because we just couldn't get them go in. Fucking
shouting too much,
too much. And anyway, so fucking what Chrissy Morris did is he went off and then did a live stream of the fucking show we was. So all that Toby was saying, he was fucking rebutting it and saying something else. You know what I mean? So he was still arguing, but we were arguing with his son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can you imagine how many people didn't get watching him if he did that? Just set off on a live feed moaning.
Didn't he?
He could put the world to rights on a live feed, couldn't he?
Oh, didn't he?
Yeah.
Fuck off. Fucking didn't he? Everyone's fucking suicidal within fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah. Fuck off. Just fuck off, you bastards, yeah.
You fucking bastards.
What about Clips?
Who?
Kips. You know the guy who had on that who went off on 80.
Oh, Kips Clips.
Kips
Yeah.
Clips.
I don't know. I don't know. Fucking, I just like I don't know. Seems to want to be involved in, arguments and stuff, and I'm not really bothered about that. So
Well,
They
you
were
said
all right,
there's-
close. That him will come on and started fucking having a go at AD, weren't they?
who was that?
Oh, a Scottish bloke starts having a go at AD and fucking starts calling him fucking names and that.
Yeah, Kip's Clips. Yeah, he was on, and last time he was on here, he did that with them when 80 was here, and he basically went off on 80, and then 80 kicked him off.
Put it in with it, yeah. I didn't know if it were him, but yeah, he went off on AD and fucking calling AD out as some fucking bailiff or some other.
But basically, Webby, what Blazin did to you, the other what Blazin and Bright were doing to you, basically that's what Kip was doing to 80, more or less.
Okay. Yeah. So there's been a few faces. There's been a few rows.
Didn't you have Brian Harvey in the chat room on the show last year?
Brian Harvey, yeah, he came in chat room. Yeah, it was apparently. I don't know if it were him. No, I don't know if it were him. Donna Caddy says, Jason, on one of the last shows at the end, you were all talking about ghosts and angels. Could you do a show on this? Yeah, we'll do a show on that, ghosts and angels. I've got no problem with that. I'll tell you what I think and my experiences. And anybody who wants to, if I can find a ghost and angel expert, I'll see if they'll come on. Yeah, I'll definitely do a show on it. So yeah, good idea, Donna. I shall stick that in the old book here.
What intentions have you got? Health, well, obviously taking your health in consideration, but moving Raconteurs forward this year, platform giving as well, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna transpire. I mean, this YouTube stuff is getting fucking mental. When I didn't know this was going to work tonight for the simple reason when I set it up, there's a little thing that said when you're in this studio that we're in, this virtual studio. Well, I've obviously got, it's like a Webby, you've done it, but it says you can look at it on YouTube, so you can look on YouTube to see what it's like. So when I set it up, there were no picture on. No picture at all. In fact, it was one of them, one of them faces. When
I saw that.
Yeah, and I thought, well, what the fucking hell is going on? But then I remembered last time I were on, there was someone on StreamYard that said YouTube were having problems with thumbnails, with the picture that goes up. So I don't know whether that's what it were or what. But
it's starting no issue anyway. It started on time.
Yeah, but this year, moving forward, I'm hoping to do more shows. I'm hoping to do like little fucking getting on for half an hour a day and perhaps doing. I'm going to do. I want to do a show like the After Dark show. So I think nobody expects you to be fucking talking to Stephen Hawking. So,
by the way, Dally requests that you have more naked females on.
More what?
Dally requests that you have more naked females on.
You want me to have more naked females on?
That's what Dally in the chat says.
Oh, right, okay. Well, they're a bit expensive. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if we get enough money, if you send enough money in, we'll get some naked females on. I know a few fucking... I know a few strippers. Me and AD used to work in a strip bar. A nude strippers is not a good idea, especially on YouTube. it's you might as well just fucking mention Holocaust. Moving forward. Yeah, so I want to do more shows. I want to do an After Dark show. I want to do a show that I tried to interview somebody, but it's difficult because I'm a bit picky about who I interview.
Hey,
Is he getting told off?
good for you. How's it going?
He's getting told off, isn't he?
I'm sure you should know what he thought.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm aiming to do. I'm hoping to make it better. I'm hoping to, move forward. It seems this year just being some sort of like just a big pile of dog shit, and everything there's always been a cloud over everything. You know what I mean? Boris Johnson says you can have Christmas. Now, Christmas don't matter to me, but I know it matters to a lot of people. So it's. I lost where I were over reading.
By the way, I've actually seen videos of nude females on YouTube, so apparently that's allowed because they don't get flagged and taken down. So, yeah. But the thing is that they'll delete truth channels that just talk about certain things, but they won't delete fucking porn channels. It's hilarious. It's hilarious in my opinion.
Have you done a lot of research into this field?
Actually, I have done a little bit into the porn industry in particular, and it's actually a lot darker than I thought it was. Honestly, I thought it was just some like off-brand field, and that was like totally, I don't know why. I thought the deep state had nothing to do with the porn industry, but then I look into it, I'm like, oh wait a minute, never mind.
I used to work in porn industry.
We're all shills here, guys. We're all shills here.
How deep in the porn industry did you work, Jace?
Nuts deep.
Seriously,
Yes.
you an actor?
No, did I? Now, I used to work for.
You sell them?
I used to go. Nothing.
You used to go around the pubs saying, "Do you want to buy a DVD?"
Yeah, that's me. That was it. That was me. Nothing.
Oh my god.
You used to go around the pubs saying, "Do you want to buy a DVD?"
Yeah, that's me. That was it. That was me.
Leeds left it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Denny in the chat said he's gaming, so he wants to see me.
You used to go around the pubs saying, "Do you want to buy a DVD?"
Yeah, that's
What?
me. That was it. That was me.
What? Leeds left it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Denny in the chat said he's gaming, so he wants to see
What is going on?
You used to go around the pubs saying, "Do you want to buy a DVD?"
Yeah, that's me. That was it. That was me.
What? Leeds left it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Denny in the chat.
Hang on a minute. Hello.
Danny, what
Someone's
the
got YouTube playing.
Hello, Jason. Hello, Leeds. Hello, Uni. Hello, you dirty bastard, Webby.
Oh, it's echoing. You guys.
Yeah, dirty bastard, yeah.
Hang on a minute. Hello, Leeds.
Evening,
Uni.
evening, Denny.
Hello, you dirty bastard.
What's going on?
Evening, Denny.
Bastard, yeah.
Hang on a minute. Hello, Leeds.
Evening,
Uni.
It's him, innit?
Leeds, you fucking asshole!
He's got his YouTube. He's got YouTube playing in the background.
But it keeps
Yeah, Leeds, why?
Oh man, that killed me. That.
Oh my god.
going on? It kept like it were on a loop, and it kept going. I kept hearing you laugh. And evening, and then and then it'd do it again. It was on a loop.
Oh,
But-
fucking hell.
By the way, Denny made a request in the chat. He said that he's gay, so he wants to see naked men instead of women.
All I got was Webby, you fucking bastard, yeah.
Right, this
Bloody
should be working now.
Go on,
What are
then.
you
Turn
doing?
YouTube off. Webby, you fucking bastard, yeah.
God damn it, dude! Leeds! Fucking A, Leeds!
Oh, turn YouTube off. Webby, you fucking bastard.
Oh, God, dude. God damn it, dude! Leeds! Fucking A, Leeds! Oh, God, dude. God damn it, dude! Leeds!
I've had to put 5 years. I've had to put a wheel. 5 years. I've had
Fucking hellfire.
Leeds has revealed himself to be a deep state shill.
I don't know what he's doing. It's like he's fucking DJing and mixing us.
He's
Who's
trying,
getting feedback?
he's trying to prove he's a better
Oh,
DJ.
that is funny, mate.
He's trying to prove that he's a better DJ than you were. That's what he's trying to say.
Fucking Leeds revenge. I've had 5 years of you. He's still doing it. What do you reckon?
That's what he's trying to say.
It needs to shut YouTube off.
I've had 5 years of you.
Oh, mate.
Still
Oh
doing
my
it.
God. Leeds, what are you doing, Randy?
Yeah. Tell Dinny to take his bum chummery somewhere elsewhere. Ooh, Dinny. Or Leeds left it. How you doing, mate? Anyway,
Who are you talking to?
you fucking.
All right, I said hello, Jason. I said hello, Leeds, and hello.
I said, and I said, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Yeah, how are you lot?
We're all great here, apart from Leeds, who seems to have fucking gone into a time warp.
He's fucked in.
It's like he's stuck in a black hole, isn't it?
Denny, get the candles. Get the candles. We need them.
Listen, don't stick a candle up Neil's or fucking Leeds' ass again.
Fucking
Dinny, you bastard, yeah. What was
Ah,
that
shut up, you
conversation?
moaning fucking bollocks, you. Shut up, Webster. You fucking.
What was that conversation you had with Uni till about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning?
I don't know who the fuck was in. I forget now.
You still
It
on
was
his show?
Polish
Oh,
guy.
you were in. You were in causing trouble, Webby.
No, I left you to it. You stayed on for another 7 hours.
Okay, now.
Yeah,
Why
the
blame
Polish
fucking Taylor for that?
the guy that was in Poland.
I think you was invading Europe or something at the time, mate.
What was that?
5
Webby?
hours in that, but you only having a shit.
I think that me, Leeds, and no. Yeah, me, Leeds, Apple, and what's his name? We're the last people in there, and Leeds literally slept the whole night away. We literally talked so long that the whole night passed for Leeds, and he woke up and he was like, you guys are still here?"
At least he woke up and he said good night.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, a bit romantic then, Uni.
Oh, Webby.
all night,
Sorry. Webby, last time we were talking about religion or something. You were hell bent on fucking God or something. And we had a little bit of a tussle about that, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still believe in God and all that?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Come on, Denny, let's not go there, man. Let's not go there, man.
Yeah, religion and politics. You shouldn't talk about them.
Look at him. Look at Leeds. He's going for it. Look, he's pointing and he's ranting to his scent. All he needs is a fucking dog on a bit of string.
He's probably gonna come over to my house with a dog collar and put it on me and be like, "You're my dog. You're my bitch from now on."
You don't have to say some fucking inappropriate stuff, you know.
I've got a dirty mind sometimes. I'm sorry.
Well, I suppose you have to have a dirty mind, don't you?
It's the millennial.
Taylor, Taylor,
Jace,
he's still a
I'm getting a
virgin.
word. I'm getting a word, Jace, about him.
You getting what?
A word
Is
about
Taylor
him.
still a virgin?
Well, Leeds hasn't bought me my my prostitute yet, so.
Well, 5 years listening to this crap didn't fucking change you, did it?
Well, I haven't been here for 5 years. It's been
You
2
haven't
years
been here
now.
for 5 years.
Actually, yeah. Speaking of which, it's actually been 2 years since I started on Raconteurs. Started watching you guys in January of 2019, right after Andy left. Actually, I believe.
Jace, do you remember that night where you tried to say good night? And I think I'd stopped counting at 27. That you couldn't shut him up. He always had just one other thing, just quickly before you go.
Oh, fucking you, mate.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
One more thing.
Just what? Yeah, like fucking Columbo.
Do you know the biggest cunt you done here, Jason? That John Wedger.
Oh yeah. I would disagree with you.
Do you remember him being on Leeds?
Leeds is muted, man. Oh, there we
He's
go.
not there. I've unmuted him.
Yeah, I agree.
He was dodgy, man.
Who is John Wedger?
Who is John Wedger? A policeman who used to live in his car for 6 months because he didn't get his wages from the police and all this shit. He's full of shit, John Wedger.
Yeah, he's a piece. He's not. Yeah.
You know him, Webby, yeah?
I've spoken to him. I don't know him.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, like, I don't. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I don't. I don't know what you. But my dealings with him have just been information. He's told me about stuff that he's done. It's his stories, his background. Well, I don't know him further than that. Why would I say that he's full of shit or otherwise? People will give information out, and if they're telling lies, the lies will come out.
But
He's gone off the scene at the minute because he got either harassed or whatever you want to call it over all this satanic stuff. So I don't know, Dinny, to be fair. It's one of them. I can't. It's people have said it about so many guests I've had on. I don't know these people. I'm exchanging information. It's for other people to disseminate and debate, I suppose.
The information exchange, that's what it's all about, yeah. Listen, my thing with John Wedger is that we interviewed him, myself and I think Andy interviewed him first, and I didn't.
I interviewed him on Raconteurs.
Did you?
I think it was the first night I went solo because Andy produced it.
Right.
was he not going to expose the police or something?
Well, you exposing satanic child abuse, weren't? That's what he was supposed to be.
Yeah, he was exposing the police and child abuse or something.
Yeah.
He was talking about stuff that people weren't talking about. It was interesting to hear, and people who he was talking to. I've interviewed several people individually, and for me to stand there after interviewing and exchanging information over social media to start judging them, it's ridiculous. Again, it's information. People are talking about real stuff: satanic ritual abuse, child trafficking. People have put stuff on the line, whether whether you're going to label them gatekeepers or whether they're actual people who put a lot on the line, I really don't know. Because as Jason's just said, for 5 years, the amount of guests you lose track of. I think at one point you was trying to keep all the episodes in numbers, and then all that went. We ended up all mixed up with different titles and everything. It's just information. It's that's how you've got to take it. You can drive yourself bloody mad on social media if you start judging people off text. I once got told that, oh, well, I won't bother coming round then. Why? Well, your text was a bit insipid. Great, what time? Kiss. What's insipid about that? Who's put that emotion into it? So you can drive yourself bonkers. Take it as information, good or bad. You assimilate it.
Yeah, all I'm saying is I have this fucking. I like to think I've got this fucking radar, and it has been spot on most of the time. And when I first spoke to him, I just it didn't sit right with me. I understand what I mean. So whatever he's fucking up to, and I've seen that Sharon Gale were posting a lot of stuff about him, weren't she, at one point? I've seen all that, but I just didn't. He didn't sit right with me. That's all. Who else were there? So I kept saying to Andy, if you ever him on again, can you just do it yourself? Because there were quite a few. Because I didn't. Ian Crane were one actually, I think.
Yeah.
What about Mark Windows?
Who?
Mark Windows.
Never had him on. He didn't like me. He don't like me because he's not as good looking as me, and he's not as handicapped as I am.
You fucking spastic.
Yes, well,
he's got 2 fucking legs in.
Oh, Garrett. Fucking Lee Garrett. I've got 2 legs.
What was the
2 legs, 2 kids.
What was the thingy reference at the start of the show?
The what reference?
The thingy reference when you started the show with the stocking on your head.
Oh, that were my impression of Mark Steele.
Mark Steele. You should have had fucking sunglasses on.
I know, but I didn't have time.
So you drew red rings on a see-through tight.
I put it on my head, and then I drew random, and then I took it off my head because I needed to do stuff. And then when I put it on my head, one of the eyes was right up here and one was right down there, which I think worked better.
It's not 5G though.
5G.
No, he was talking about a smirk alarm.
Yeah, smirk alarm.
Yeah, but how come you started with Steel then? Just randomly. I thought you'd had a run in or something.
With who?
With Steel.
Oh no, I just like taking piss out of him.
Who was that woman you had on, Jason, who fucking hated him?
Who hated me?
No.
Annie Logical.
Yeah. And fucking Jason went off at me, was I had a go at her.
She did end up hating Jason, I think.
He did.
Nothing new there, Webby. Oh, here we go. Fucking Popeye's coming out.
Surprised, Jason.
Hey?
You look surprised.
Do I?
Yeah.
That's because I am surprised. I should fill this bill, shouldn't I? Do you know why? Because this is one of my stock socks. that they give me. They give me like loads of different thicknesses, and this is one of great thin uns.
Do you think that's what Yoni's doing with his wank sock?
It feels like I've got a fucking Johnny on me
Oh
head.
my God.
You know that trick where people put a Johnny on the head and then they blow it up and it fucking pops?
Yeah.
Well, I've been trying to do this with this
No.
one, like made out of stuff that tights are made out of.
Can I ask you something? Have you bought them? Have you bought them especially for this joke?
Have I what? Sorry.
Have you bought them especially for this joke?
No, these are stump socks. These are what they give you when you.
Oh,
have your
my so. I thought they were stockings.
No, it's a stump sock. What they do is when you have your leg gone, they give you socks and they give you loads of different thicknesses, you know, because your leg, your stump changes. So that you fit into your pretend leg.
I don't fucking know.
When you have an operation, a long operation, you have to put these fucking things on. What do they call them?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
There's a word for the fucking things.
Did he? I've still got 2 fucking legs. I don't know.
Fucking doesn't matter, you cunt. When you're having an operation, you have to put these fucking stockings on to thrombose or something to stop it. Stop the blood.
The precious stockings, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they call them?
Precious
Webby,
stockings.
fucking Jason, you should know. You've had enough of them on.
I've had no precious stockings on. I've all my shit's been.
How the fuck do I know?
Well, if you'd fucking listen, we're telling you.
How many legs you got, Dinny?
3.
Fuck off.
Fucking
I'm telling you.
It depends what time it is. He's normally legless by now.
Biggest cock in all the world.
Webby, you wouldn't leg up your arse, sunshine.
Do you know what? For somebody who doesn't like anal, you talk about it a lot, don't you?
I wish the fuck I was gay. It'd be great time.
Well, there he goes again. He wishes he was gay. Why don't you just come out live on the 5-year anniversary
I
can't
hack him, huh?
You can't hack
the fucking lighter doesn't work. No, what are they? Something stockings they call them.
Fishnet.
No, thrombose. Fucking, you get a little injection and fucking.
Thrombosis.
Do you want to try?
Yeah.
A thrombosis stocking.
We're trying to help Leeds. He wants to know what they are. He wants a fucking pair of the cunt.
Fuck off, didn't he?
How the fuck did we get to this?
I don't know, but if Leeds puts one of them on box, he might get recognised if Leeds puts one of them on goes in the post office.
Yeah, they stop blood clots and that kind of stuff, I think.
Yeah, people wear them on flights.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
over
man.
the face. People wear them on flights over the face.
Yeah,
and a long flight, Webby, you're supposed to put them on. Because up in high pressure, I don't fucking know. Ask Jason, he'll know all about them.
Over your face? You put them over
Not over
your
your fucking face, over your dick.
By the way, you guys know Pokemon Go, right?
What?
You guys know Pokemon Go, right?
Unit, listen, Unit, this is your last chance. If this is fucking shit, you go in.
I just wanted to say something because Hank Williams in the chat is like, Uni, shout over these dummies.
Oh, did he?
Wow.
Hank, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Time out. Shout over these dummies. What fucking dummies? We're all fucking dummies, aren't we? Fuck's sake. Ooh.
Lee's sending text again.
Mr. D.
By the way, Paula's been trying to come on, but she can't. But she says she can't. Like it's not letting her.
Why ain't it letting her?
Paula, go on to Google Chrome. Change over to Google Chrome. You get in.
Yeah, that might work. That's what I
Yeah.
use. Although her device is, she says her device is old. She's on an old Android or something, and that's she thinks that's the problem.
Fucking hell, sure to see what this fucking setup's all run off. Or how
Leeds, you should send her an up-to-date phone.
How many can you host, Jace, on this?
10. I can get 10 on.
Yeah.
Does your bandwidth handle it?
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. It's each person's bandwidth because the only bandwidth I'm using is my own to go to server. You're using yours.
That's why I'm not using the camera, because on this computer, it's got so much backdoor software from Microsoft. Every time you click on something, Microsoft search, doing this, doing that. It's dirty what they put onto these new computers.
It is. Oh, fucking hellfire.
By the way, so Denny, since your name is Leeds left tit, what happened to the right tit?
He's right. He hasn't got one.
What?
You don't got one. Oh, damn, that's messed up. Hey, James.
You're still a virgin. No fucking wonder.
Oh, come on, let's leave him. Let's leave fucking Taylor at the hut alone.
It's all Leeds' fault. He hasn't sent me that prostitute yet.
Yeah, well, he will.
That GoFundMe, man. It'll get somewhere someday.
Fuck me.
Thanks for that input.
Send it. What you need to do is get a set of GoFundMe up and send him one from Leeds. You know what Yorkshire Ripper would have been interested in on a flight. Send one of them over. Like a 44-year-old mother of 6, and she'll leave him at home.
Now they.
She jets off to America that you've paid for on GoFundMe to go and pop what's his cherry.
Wow. Dally in the chat says, "You're listening to Raconteurs News."
He stole his vehicle registration plates.
Who did?
Ripper.
Oh yeah, that's how he got caught.
Yeah.
In Sheffield, by the way, he'd been fucking murdering in Leeds like like nobody's fucking business. Comes to Sheffield, first time he tries it, and he gets caught. What's that fucking tell you, eh?
Can I just tell you?
Well, I don't know, but fucking sounds of it.
Didn't they catch him by accident though? Wasn't he having a piss and they?
No, what they did is they
am I allowed to tell my story first?
They pulled him over in Sheffield because he got a prostitute in car, and they did a run on his plates, and his plates were false, so they arrested him for false plates. And then when the coppers that took him back to the police station, one of them noticed that it looked a lot like a picture on the wall, which was a mock-up of the Yorkshire Ripper. So he decided that then he remembered that the guy, before he'd got into the police car, had said, "Can I go for a piss?" So they said, "Yeah, go for a piss," and he'd gone for a piss. So the guy went back to the scene and found a hammer and a fucking screwdriver, and yada, went back to the fucking police station, sat him down, started interviewing him, and then he said they were interviewing him about fucking this prostitute. Then they started on Yorkshire Ripper, and he said, "Are you talking about Yorkshire Ripper?" And they said, "Yeah." He says, "That's me." There you go. That's how they got him.
He'd been pulled in a couple of times, hadn't he, for questioning and got overlooked.
9 times. questioned.
9!
I thought he was a lorry driver.
He was a lorry driver, but he was questioned. Listen, one of the bodies, they found a fiver, a brand new fiver.
And they traced it back to the company that he got paid from.
Yeah, and it were his companies, but they questioned him, but no further action.
He could have spent it anywhere, couldn't he?
Who was the other boy down in Suffolk?
Stephen Wright.
Another weird. He did prostitutes or something.
Can I just tell you my fucking tale?
Of course you can, Leeds.
Who's your
fucking stopping you?
Right. Where he pinched the false number plates from was like half a mile from my house.
Did you sell him the plates?
And I've also been to every one of the murder sites apart from one.
Why, Leeds?
Because I'm a fucking weirdo.
You went to all these murder sites.
Yeah.
Is there little crosses there or anything? Or there would be, yeah.
They're all around where I live, did he?
What I didn't know is Les Battersby found one of the fucking victims.
Yeah.
They arrested Jimmy Savile.
That's true as
He
well.
was from Leeds as well, wasn't he? Jimmy Savile. He's from Leeds, I think.
Yeah. He's one of his flats packed onto one of the areas.
It were 100 yard from his front door.
You were?
No, the murder.
Hang on a minute. Who we talk? Sutcliffe or fucking Savile?
Sutcliffe.
Savile. We're talking Savile. It was one of the bodies was found on a field behind where Savile had a flat.
All right. Talking about this cunt, I don't know if you heard it, Webby, right? Joe Biden's son bought an island right beside Epstein's island from Bloomberg. Right beside his island. Had it for years.
What the fuck?
I can neither confirm nor deny that. I don't know.
Well, it's true. It's fact that Epstein's island was off the fucking coast, you know?
Yeah.
And there's an island beside it, and guess who fucking owns it? Joe Biden's son.
Hunter. With all the
No, the other one. I think he's called Jason.
It's called Hunter Biden.
Yeah, his name's Hunter Biden.
Hunter, yeah. Sorry, yeah, you're right, Webby. But there's another one. There's another Jason Biden or something.
No.
Yeah, he's right here in the chat.
Well, all Jasons are cunts.
No, but he bought the island of Bloomberg for $10. It was worth $13 million at the time.
Bought it for $10 for what?
Bloomberg sold it to him for $10.
Yeah, that's some shit.
You don't believe me? Fair enough.
No, I believe you.
It was worth $13 million at the time. I think it's worth about $100 million now. It's an island beside Epstein's. Epstein had 2 islands. There's 3 islands there. Have a look.
No, I believe you. It's just that, dude. It's just what I'm saying is that shows that Mr. Biden, that people love. You know, a lot of people are looking up to Biden, saying, "Oh, he's gonna save America. He's gonna sell this stupid shit." It's like, wow, well, go out and fucking learn this shit, and then come back to me and say that.
I thought it was funny. I remember fucking Jason. I remember Jason Raconteurs News saying it fucking live. He said, "Wouldn't it be funny if we had fucking Boris Johnson and Trump in power?" It came true. Do you remember that, Jason?
I do, yeah. I do. I said that. I remember that fucking guy. Serious Report, he was called. And we were talking about financial things and all that sort of stuff. And then I said, and we were talking about elections and stuff. And I said, so really, seriously, there might be a situation where we've got Trump in charge of America and Boris Johnson in charge of this country. And he said, well, yeah, there's a possibility. And
And the fact that it looks so similar as well. You can tell that these two were put in at the same time, that it wasn't fucking just some random convenience. It was planned. There's something going on with that whole thing.
He don't even brush his hair.
That's all fucking hairstyles.
And
you cannot have your hair like that, like Trump fucking or Boris Johnson. It's all hairstyles.
And I've actually seen some people defending freaking Boris, basically saying like, "Oh, he's a good prime minister. He's done so much for England." I'm like, he done shit.
What's fucking Biden or Trump or Obama or any of these cunts on anything but fucking USA? Nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Jace, just going back to those when you were talking about murderers. There was a murder local to me in the 80s that was unsolved. A girl called Lisa Essian got attacked on her way home. They actually investigated Fred West over that, but nothing ever come of that.
It's amazing when you find you see how many times they've come close. I mean, the guy who interviewed Peter Sutcliffe early doors had gone to his house because I think it was because of that fiver that had been found, that had been traced back to his company. But he'd gone to see him anyway at his house, and his wife had given him an alibi, but he'd written in his notes that he weren't happy with it and for further investigation. And yet that, because of the way that they did the filing system, it just got lost and nobody ever followed it up. So I think it were 9 times that they got hold of Sutcliffe, or they questioned him before he was. He comes to Sheffield and that's it. He's gone.
Didn't they blame something on that Wearside Jack as well? Didn't that waste a lot of manpower?
Yeah, well, they did, but they put too much emphasis on it because the Wearside Jack thing. I mean, a lot of the stuff that we're in, he could have got from anywhere, and a lot of it could have been guesswork. But I mean, the guy who got done for that, John Humble, I've told this story before. He had. I noticed when they showed an interview of him, and I saw his solicitor, and I thought, that fucking hell, that's my solicitor. So I rung him up. A guy called oh God, what he called? Summit Williams. Anyway, Summit Williams from Wakefield. So I phoned him up and I asked him about it, and he says to me, he says, they arrested him, I think on the Thursday, and then they questioned him on the Friday, and he said, I walked out, Edward Williams, that's his name. He says, I walked out of that police station and he was being remanded and they were going to be put into prison for a weekend. Well, they carried on with the investigation. They got longer to hold him and what have you. And he says, I walked out of here. He says, and I told him before I walked out, he says, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. All they're trying to do is cover up their own incompetence. And they've got there's nothing really they can do. And he said the guy were all right, went fine. Then he said Monday morning, he just confessed, spilled beans, told them whatever they wanted. He'd been got to over a weekend, and he got 8.5 years, 8.5, 9 years, I think, for police incompetence, because you don't rule out. I don't give a fuck. I know we're a cuntish thing to do, but I don't think that he thought that they were, if I do this, there's more women are going to get murdered. I don't think he thought that. I think it was just a prank, and they were young and what have you. And I don't even know if he fucking did it, to be honest. So. That were just it didn't end up being a trial. It just were he goes in, pleads guilty and gets 8.5 years. So that's what it's like. That's what it's like. It's always been like that. And you know why we watch these programs in America, from America, about these miscarriages of justice. It's just the same over here. It's just the same corrupt shit. Only they dress it up as not being corrupt shit, as being policing diversity and fucking. I couldn't fucking. I could tell you something I can't, but it's just like you've got fucking 35-year-old inspectors. Fucking inspectors at 35, not done a fucking day's beat work in their life, just been fucking, fast tracked. And there's no common sense. They're all automatons, and nobody wants to lose what they've got, so they'll do what they're fucking told. Because they're fucking spineless bastards. A lot of them are fucking the very lot of them. The lot, not a single fucking one would I get time of day to. I might piss on them if they're on fire. I might shit on them if they were hungry. But that'd be about it. Because they won't give me any leeway. Yeah. And so
you can fucking talk about your Bill Gates. You can talk about your fucking Boris Johnson. Talk about this, talk about that. They're not going to put the vaccine in you. The fucking police are going to come round and kick your fucking door and force you to have it. The police are going to do it. Boris Johnson will sit back and scratch his big fat ass. He's not going to put a vaccine in you. The police will.
Yeah.
Fucking police are going out arresting people in fucking park benches. What the fuck, like? What are they doing?
What about that 92-year-old bloke they arrested outside fucking
disgusting.
The Assange thing. I mean, Assange gets said, right, we're not going to extradite him to America. He gets that. That's not going to last. It's not going to last.
Assange is back in prison.
Yeah, I know he's back in prison. Yeah, he will refuse bail, but they've got 2 weeks to appeal, aren't they? The Americans have got 2 weeks to appeal. They're going to appeal and they're going to win. Simple as. And he's going to go, and he'll be dead. He'll be dead. Well, it won't take long. If he gets out, he's dead anyway, innit?
Well, poor old Assange. All he did was he made up a website, WikiLeaks. He was given information and he just fucking exposed it.
Yeah, but you can't expose the crimes of people when they're in government. You can't do that.
Oh yeah, you can't fucking do them cunts.
You can't expose their crimes. You can't expose the crimes against humanity. You can't expose the fact that we invaded Iraq and fucking Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Applied a proxy war in Syria. I don't care what you fucking say. That was a proxy war between Russia and America, and the Russians fucking came out on top. Thank God. It's all these crimes go on. Rather just committed.
Expose Iraq, Afghanistan. They had weapons of mass. Remember that little cunt Tony Blair? He's got them, and that little fucker Bush, he's got weapons of mass destruction. Do you know 1.2 million people murdered? 200,000 fucking children. We sit here fucking worrying about fucking some cunt killed in Washington. 200,000 children were murdered because of weapons of mass destruction. A fucking lie.
Exactly.
A lie.
And let's not forget about all the shit Obama did as well afterwards with the whole stuff in Syria and all that as well, Libya. All because of
Obama. I'm going to fucking make it all transparent and blah, blah, blah. The first thing I'll do, I will close Gitmo, that concentration camp in Cuba. The first thing he was going to do, take all these troops home from Afghanistan and Iraq. What did he do? Gitmo's still fucking open, and he sent 40,000 more troops to Afghanistan.
Yep, exactly. And then on top of that, you also have the fact that he fucking won the Nobel Peace Prize for this shit. And then, of course, we killed Bin Laden. We killed Bin Laden. Oh, yeah. And recently he's been having a lot of TV appearances on stuff like CNN and Fox. Basically, people asking him about Black Lives Matter and about Trump, and basically Obama saying that Trump needs to frickin' step down and all this. Like, oh, Biden won fairly. Trump needs to stand down. And
well, I wouldn't worry about that, Taylor. We've got our hero over here. He's called Lewis Hamilton, Sir Lewis Hamilton.
Who's
What, in
that?
Germany?
What a fucking tosspot he is, eh? What's your take on him, Webby?
Oh, he
Webby
loves
go?
him. He loves him to death. He's got his Hamilton fucking coat and his Lewis Hamilton, his Mercedes fucking keyring for his house keys. What a cunt.
What a
Get back to Obama. Obama won Peace Prize and he never oversaw a single day of peace in his 8 years. Not one
Most
day.
haven't. Most U.S. presidents haven't, fucking honestly.
What?
No, I said most U.S. presidents haven't seen a day of peace in their entire freaking quote unquote reign.
Well, Taylor, the USA, I think they spend 300 billion on the war machine every year. They have to put it to use.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they keep on trying to spark up with Iran and China and Russia. I actually saw an interview with Putin made a few years ago where he was talking about he mentioned in an interview basically that U.S. presidents are nothing more than just lapdogs of the people that control them. And I was surprised.
Are you only find that out now, Taylor? Do you think
What?
Boris Johnson's any better?
No, of course not. Fuck no. Just like how the fucking the dude in charge of New Zealand is a fucking Zionist as well.
Oh, who cares about him?
Well, I think we've lost Leeds. I think he's probably nipped to Threshers, so he's turned us off. I think he was a little bit refreshed, so probably best just get some kip, mate. Get some kip. Dalai Lama said, "Lewis, blame Milton. Blame Milton. Blame Milton." Yeah. It is a bit of a fucking, it's a bit of a ball ache when you're talking about a guy who's had everything on a plate for him throughout his life, and he's trying to fucking make out that he's some sort of fucking slave or whatever, it's like just.
Oh, he's Jason. He's big into this global warming now. He's big into global warming. He wants electric fucking Formula One and all this shit now.
Oh God, what a fuck! I mean, Formula One's it's been fucking sterilised anyway, hasn't it? I mean, the noise restrictions when you listen to it now, it's not like it used to be. I was watching some Ayrton Senna stuff. You know that when he in Japan when. He was going for the World Championship with fucking that French cunt.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And they both crashed, didn't they? And they crashed together. And Senna went on and fucking went through the field and beat everybody and won, therefore won world title. And the fucking French bloke who were in charge of F1 at that time.
Oh, I remember his name. I forget his name. I've actually been to 3 Formula One races, Jason. It was fucking brilliant. The best sound in the world.
Yeah.
Best sound in the world, mate.
Yeah, and it's all been taken away from us. Everything's been taken away from us. All that's good. Anything that's nice, I can't go to a pub anymore. Not here anyway. I don't know what it's like with you in Germany. I don't know if you live near a pub or you're even allowed in any pubs.
There's pubs here, but I don't go into pubs here much. I get into pubs down in Hamburg. Not up here, mate. I don't bother with the Germans.
Nuki Brown says, when will he get rid of his private jet? That's Lewis Hamilton. I mean, he's a vegan as well, so his farts are going to be more detrimental to fucking environment.
Oh, Jason, that French boy, John Alazy.
Jean Lacey, what about him?
That's the boy who was fighting with you're
No, it
talking
was
about
Niki
Formula
Lauda.
1. No, Niki Lauda was Austrian.
Not Niki Lauda, fucking Alan Prost.
Oh, Prost, the other one was John Alazy.
Right. No, this was at World Championship. They were in Japan. And I think the year before, something had happened and they crashed each. I think fucking Senna had crashed into Prost to stop him getting fucking points. So Prost did the same thing in Japan. It was pissing it down with rain. Only he crashed in and he got out of his fucking car and Senna went on and he fucking went through him to all field and won race. And then so he won championship. But then the president, whoever were in charge of F1 at that time, then said, "Oh, hang on a minute, he was French. Oh, hang on a minute, because he went through that bit there and didn't go around that bend, then you're disqualified." And so Alan Prost won fucking championship. It's fucking it was so shit. Hank Williams has said, "Ask Dinny to read my shit, please, Jason."
I can't.
That sounds kind of gross.
It does, doesn't it? I've heard it reading tea leaves, but not shit.
Stuff like that I'm not into. Fuck no.
Yeah, Dave, it was Prost. I remember I watched it on. I watched that awesome. If you've not seen that film, Senna, you got to watch it. What a fucking guy that was. Fucking absolutely fearless. Absolutely fucking fearless. And that's probably what did him in the end. But apart from his shit car, I think what's that thing that was the front steering wheel down to wheels? It broke, didn't it?
Oh, Irvine, Eddie Irvine, or them boys, no?
No, fucking Senna when he crashed and killed himself.
Oh, that he was in a Williams then. I think that was it in Germany when he drove straight on into the wall.
Yeah,
There was actually 2 drivers died that weekend.
Yeah. Roland Ratzenberger.
Yeah.
And Senna. Listen, I'm not a massive Formula 1 fan, if you believe it. It's just
I used to be huge into it, but it's all gone, man. After fucking fatty, what do you call him, that English guy, Nigel Mansell came back.
Yeah.
They paid him 70 million to come back. He couldn't even fucking fit in the Formula 1 car.
Fucking fat. I suppose you have NASCAR where you are, don't you? You're not down south enough for that, are you?
Say it again?
I said you're not down south enough for NASCAR. I don't know.
No, I couldn't care less about. I couldn't care less about cars or vehicles in general. I'm not into that kind of thing.
But you like cartoons and masturbating.
It's anime. Damn it, get it right.
Why don't you get yourself on the dating site?
Taylor, what is all that about? Like, you watch little cartoons or what? I don't get it, man. I don't know fuck all about this. What's it all about, man? Is it little Chinese girls or something, or Japanese girls, or what the fuck's it all about, man?
Well, it's just like any other type of visual entertainment industry, like movies.
What, little cartoons?
Well, the thing is, yeah, it's a bit difficult to explain. Basically, to me, I was never able to get into Hollywood, even as a kid, or Disney. I've never seen Lion King in my life, so.
Lion King's in Hamburg, actually. I took my cousin to it last year, actually.
Oh, it was nice, not bad. But yeah,
the actual lion with that's the lion. You know, the lion that starred in the Lion King. That were actually there, weren't it? Didn't it?
I didn't go. I didn't fucking go. My wife's been fucking. Because I can't be bothering into fucking them places, you know.
Wait, there was an actual real lion in the movie. I thought it was a cartoon movie.
I think they bring on a line, Jason. I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway, Taylor, what's all these fucking like little Japanese cartoons, or how did you get into that shit, man?
Well, it started. Well, the thing is, I don't know if you want me to start because I would be here a while if I try to explain everything.
Well,
No,
you have to
no,
ask
no.
Jason. He's boss here.
No. I'm not fucking interested. It's a cartoon. I don't care how you got into it or how, whatever. It's a fucking stupid cartoon. A stupid cartoon with guys and fucking stupid hair and stupid hats. It's fucking stupid. I don't care. What does it mean? Well, the world's fucking dying around it, blowing up, fucking horrendous. There's fucking dogs and cats fucking running about, fighting each other. The world's on fire. There's fucking fireballs coming out of the sky and ripping through everybody. Everybody's fucking dying, and you are wanting to talk about cartoons. What is wrong with you, man? And what is wrong with you, Denny, asking him about them? For fuck's sake, you should never
I
ask
just
him
think
about
it's fucking
cartoons.
weird, man. I think it's fucking weird for a grown man to be fucking into cartoons in Japan. Or
I'll tell you what, Denny, let's talk about UFOs.
Oh, fuck off! No,
There
no.
you go then. So shut up.
We'll get Andy back. Andy was into his UFOs.
I know he were, but I don't think he's coming back.
I'm sure he'll be back eventually.
I don't think he will.
But the only one thing I can say, I heard you talking about what happened in Capitol Hill. Why didn't they burn the fucking place fucking down?
I know, right? They should fucking burn the damn thing down. But the thing is, it's like even Webby said it earlier. They fucking let the people in.
So what? It's an open building. They're allowed to let people in.
But like normally, if you try to get anywhere near the fucking place, you'll be questioned. But all of this like crowd of people is just allowed to just go in like without a single bit of questioning. It's like that's a bit suspicious there. And also, we got to think about the fact that think about it. Think about the date this happened on.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, come on, tell us the significance of the 6th of January.
It's not the 6th of January in particular. It's the number 6. Think about it. It's just like September the 11th. 9/11. I'm not an expert on the whole thing, but basically I'm still trying to learn about it. But essentially, these fuckers, these deep state fuckers, like they always have these big events happen on these specific dates.
Yeah, well, what about the 6th of January? What's so special about that? That's what you were asked.
No, it's not it being the 6th of January. It's the number 6. It doesn't matter what month it is. It's the fact that it happened on the 6th day of January. Yeah. Just like 9/11 happened on.
If it happened on the 3rd, it'd be the same. If it happened on the 9th, it'd be the same. I don't believe in all that shit.
Uni, I think it's touching at straws with all that, mate. Honestly, it's fuck that fucking number shit. All right, there are anomalies, I know, like fucking 9/11, and then the Madrid bombings being 912 days after, so it were called 9/12, and it was 3. I think that were what were it?
7/7 as well. It's 77 days.
Yeah, no, but look, you can put them into that. That's big things, right? This fucking thing that went off over day, which were known, really, they smashed a few things. Well, they took a few pictures of stuff smashed up. Someone supposedly got shot. What's the word on her? Did she exist? Was she an actress or what? I don't know what, because I'd
say the whole thing was just a staged Hollywood production. That's what I say.
She seems to me to be
fucking lighter.
Fuck off, lighter. It seems to me that she was ideal fodder. She were a patriot, a so-called patriot. She were a Trump fan. She were a former. She were a veteran. I think she was a Navy veteran, and so she's ticks all boxes, and she's a beautiful woman as well. Apparently,
was she black? That's you got to add that in too.
No,
Don't be racist, Taylor.
what, I
No,
mean, what
I'm
have I got to
saying
do
love
with it? I'm just saying.
people as Christians.
That's what I'm just saying. Look, it fits into a narrative to anger people again, to anger people, so people get angry people get angry and cheering at home over this thing that happened in Capitol Hill, and then this woman gets killed, and then they get angry over this woman that's being killed because she's a patriot and she's a veteran and she fits all these boxes, she ticks all the boxes.
And to think, the whole idea behind this event is, to quote unquote, make Trump look better.
Look, Trump's
How does it
gone.
make
He's
Trump
finished.
look
Get over
better?
it. We got fucking Creepy Joe now. It doesn't matter.
How does it make Trump look better? I don't get how it makes Trump look better.
It's like that's the narrative, that these people were apparently supporting Trump and that they were storming the Capitol building because they apparently
How does that make Trump look better?
How the fuck should I know? That's why this whole thing is a fucking load of shit.
Well, why does that make Trump look better? You said it's to make Trump look better. You must have an opinion on the reason why.
That's the narrative. That's the narrative. That's
the narrative that Trump looks better. Well, it's not worked.
No,
It
no,
doesn't
basically
look
what I said is that these people, Trump supporters, they call them crazy Trump supporters, went into the Capitol building apparently because Trump, because quote unquote Trump was had the election.
Apparently, you fucking live there, Tilly. You must know.
I don't watch the news. Dude, when I heard this event happen, I didn't pay any real attention to it because I don't fucking care about these mainstream big events that happen, because
well, you just said that fucking Trump, it made Trump important.
Well, that's what it did. Well, I mean, think about the whole TikTok and Facebook.
Facebook? I thought you don't give a fuck.
I don't. But
delete it off Facebook.
Yeah.
So how does it make him look better? I don't get how it makes him look better. It don't make him look better. It makes him look worse. It makes him look worse, even in the eyes of the people, particularly over here, that have been supporting him. I know of people that have been, Trump, Ben Emlyn Jones being one, Luke Collins, there's been another, Trump supporters and put the Trump hats on when election night were on and everything. And then it's been, then they've been posting that this is going to happen, and then there's going to be a huge reveal, and all these people are going to go to prison. What's going to happen is, on 20th, Trump's not going to fucking be anywhere. Nobody's going to know where he is. He'll be on a fucking island somewhere, and Sleepy Joe will get fucking inaugurated. And he'll go in, and Trump will have probably fucking smash White House up inside.
Not to mention the fact that he'll probably freaking, if anything, Biden could be the fall guy for fucking Harris to become president.
Well, there you go. That's another one as well. She ticks all boxes. She's black and she's a woman. Yeah. So that'll be first woman president. Imagine Hillary Clinton. How'd she feel?
Fucking Hillary Clinton. No, yeah, but that's narrative.
Like, we know she's racist. We know she's a racist, bigoted fucking piece of shit. So imagine she thought she were going to be the first fucking president, and then she isn't, and it's a black woman that is.
The funny thing is, every black person I've talked to says that they don't like fucking Harris.
But hang on a minute. Jason, is she black?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe it's me being rude. I would call her a fucking half caste. She's not like black. Obama? She's not white. She's a half caste.
Like Obama.
Is there such a fucking thing?
A fake black.
Mixed race.
Yeah, mixed race. Yeah. Well, you can use. I'd call him half caste. Cool. Same as Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton's a cunt.
But these half castes, they can jump on the fucking bandwagon. Black Lives Matter. Hang on a minute. If Black Lives Matter, why don't you help all the people in fucking Africa, folks?
That's a good question.
Why don't they help all the people in Africa, all them starving people? They're black. if Black Lives Matter?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think we can all see that that's just gone into a fucking. It's become a political message. This is, like I said, I think I said it on last show. I was watching an England game, and England were playing Republic of Ireland recently, and as they fucking came out onto the pitch, because there'd been trouble between the Troubles as they were,
Yeah.
and there'd been trouble between Republican Ireland and England fans previously when game had to be abandoned. And as they walked out, the commentator said, "There's no room for politics. It's football." Yada yada. Then they all get down on the fucking knee.
I know, Jason. It makes me fucking sick. And I remember the game you're talking about when England played Ireland in Dublin.
Yeah.
It was a
And
fucking
England
disgrace.
fans-
I actually watched it, Jason. I was watching it. I couldn't believe it, man.
Yeah, they were England fans. They were.
Who was your boy died there? He was manager. The boy from Leeds who died there. Charlton.
Jack Charlton.
Jack Charlton was manager then.
Yeah. He used to be Wednesday manager, in 79-80 season. He got us promoted to second division.
He did, yeah.
And the funny thing about Black Lives Matter also is they always want to talk about how the blacks were enslaved. What about when the white people were enslaved, or when the fucking when the Scottish and all these other freaking races who have been enslaved for far longer than blacks, and yet it's always about this one.
Taylor, that's what it's all about. When you hear these Black Lives Matter, these black people were taken to the USA and enslaved. Well, why don't they help them in Africa?
Exactly, they're fucking dying.
You fucking do. Oh, yeah.
Every day, poor little black children are dying in Africa. It's actually.
You see, the problem is, right, is you're thinking that Black Lives Matter was the idea and comes from somebody who's black, whereas it isn't.
Exactly, it's true.
It's somebody who's white, who's got wants diversity, and they've got these. What about Black Lives Matter? That'll do. That's what it is. So
George Soros is ranking in fucking money.
Instead of saying why don't black people do something for other black people, well, I mean, most black people, particularly in America, are in poverty anyway. You're more likely to be in poverty if you're black in America than you are if you're white. So
that's bullshit.
It's helping themselves. It's being able to help themselves. You can't help somebody. I'm not going to go and help fucking some Australian. I'm not giving my money to some Australian just simply because we're the same colour. That's not how it works. Black Lives Matter is what it is. It's them saying, it's people saying, you're fucking not intelligent enough to realise that Black Lives Matter. And
Jason, if you were black, would you be embarrassed?
I know I would.
Black. But I don't.
Well, if you were black, Jason, would you be embarrassed?
No, I don't suppose so. But I'm not black, so I can't answer that, can I?
I certainly would.
It's a fucking stupid question.
You know the real fucking point of Black Lives Matter? It's just like every other fucking racial movement over the ages, is to make the fucking common white person feel bad about themselves and their own heritage. That way that they'll fucking feel bad for everyone else and they'll fucking hate themselves. That's wanting to
No, Taylor. I think all this racist shit. USA. I've been in the USA, and I couldn't believe it was still going on when I was there. The blacks and whites are split. Whether you like it or not, there is a racist problem in the USA.
Yes, there is, and it's not natural. It's caused by the fucking media and the news constantly pushing the word white and black and constantly trying to separate them into different groups. I guarantee to you, if the mass media, not just the news, but media in general, and like Hollywood, etc., would stop using these stupid terms like white and black and all this other shit, then racism would have died off centuries ago. Just like how the hippie movement of the 1960s and the LSD thing had started because of the fucking Beatles, which were pushed by the mainstream media. If it wasn't for them, all this stupid shit wouldn't have started, and it would have been just some small minority.
The Beatles.
Yeah. The Beatles, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
they had
Webby, are you still there?
Taylor.
Yeah, I'm just listening, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor, hang on, Webby.
Can't fucking get a word in
Taylor,
with it.
they had mass testing in Liverpool. It didn't fucking work. So what did the Beatles do for them? What's it called? John Lennon Airport, Liverpool?
Wow. Fucking yeah, it's like, yeah, just take this random place, name it after this famous figure and remember them by, when the famous figure most likely wasn't actually a good person. Like fucking they did that with the Hoover Dam with Herbert Hoover.
Who's he, Taylor?
He was president before FDR from 1929 to 1932.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, so do I. He was in my fucking class in geography.
No, he wasn't. He was in Leeds. He lived behind fucking Leeds, across the garden.
Leeds is gone.
Yeah, where did Leeds go, by the way?
I think Leeds is off to Threshers, or he's fucking conked out on Settee. I think it's B.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway, I'm knackered, so I'm going to give you. Let's go clockwise. We'll go anti-clockwise. I'll give you a minute for you to say what your final words for this evening. So, Dinny, go on.
I've only got 3 words. Fuck them all. Well, just 4 words. Fuck them all. Don't take it to heart, folks. Don't take it to heart. Fuck them.
Exactly. Uni.
I just want to say to Sean Hamer in the chat and anyone else, and to everyone else, that the internet and the way things are isn't inherently bad. It is like anything else. The internet is a weapon, just like everything else throughout history. Anything is a weapon. It all depends on how it's used. So that's why I don't agree with the whole idea of just completely unplugging from all electronics and everything and just completely just living a isolated life. I don't believe in that. I think anything can be used for good, even if it wasn't.
Your life's isolated enough anyway, so we don't want that to any more isolation.
You got a point there. You don't want to be like me, folks. You don't want to be like me.
Webby, go on. Give some wisdom.
It's the wisdom. If people can look at objectively what's going on, it's quite easy to put stuff together. To get people to come together and do something about it, people don't normally do that until they get under that situation where them and theirs are being affected. We've had that conversation many times, and unfortunately, it's going to get worse, and it's got to get to that point before people do something. And if they can push that into violence, then I think they might be prepared for that. But who knows? Until people say no, good people to do nothing, that's all evil takes. So
yeah, we've got lots of good people doing nothing, but we've got lots of good people doing stuff as well. Check around the podcasts, have a look, take in different ones. Even stuff that's just going to take you away. Like I've been watching some these podcasts on Under the Cosh, they're called. Have you heard of them, Webby?
No, I'm not.
It's if you look on YouTube and you put Under the Cosh, and it's I think it's in Parkin. You remember him that who used to play for Preston, the Beast.
Yeah,
Preston South End.
Hey?
Preston South End.
North End.
North End.
North, sorry, North End. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
you
seen them play.
anyway. There's a few. And what they do is there's three of them, and what they do, there's two ex-footballers and a comedian. And what they do is they get old footballers on, former footballers on, and they do like 2 hours interviews, and they're talking about, what they got up to on pre-season tours and, all that sort of shit. And it's really good and really interesting to listen to. I know you've lost interest in football, but that might take you back a little bit. There's a few on there that I've watched I've just been fucking glued to and been laughing at. And they're a great way to get a couple of hours of some sort of fucking remnants a crackers world that you really want to be involved in, and rather than the shit that fucking is going on around us.
Is that in between Corrie and the Bill then?
Is what? Sorry.
Is it in between Corrie and the Bill? You watch that?
No, I watch them late at night. My wife's in bed.
Right.
My wife goes to bed quite early, so I'm usually watching them 9, 10 o'clock. Because they're usually 2.5 hours long. I watched one with Anthony Gerrard last night. You remember it? Stephen Gerrard's cousin played for.
Oh, that little Rangers bastard.
Yeah, that's him. Do
you remember that little shit? Do you remember that little shit, Gerrard? He's going to stay with Liverpool for the rest of his life. He did a turncoat on you, Webby, yeah?
So what?
That Gerrard. He did a turncoat in Liverpool.
Why?
Why?
He said he would never leave Liverpool.
Yeah, but his contract were up. They didn't want to give him a new contract.
He went somewhere else.
Yeah, of course he did. We've got to learn a fucking living. If you get sacked by one company, you're not going to fucking just go, oh, well, I said I'd always fucking work there. And so I will.
Now, Webby hates me because I was in the cop.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to go.
I'll tell you when I was in the cop. Let me see if Webby knows. I remember 54,000 in Liverpool, and there wasn't a player on the pitch. When was that, Webby?
When there was 54,000 people there, you were there, and there wasn't a player on the pitch?
No.
Hillsborough Memorial.
No, they put up 4 big fucking huge screens because Liverpool were banned from fucking Europe. Do you remember that, Webby?
So they put up screens. What for?
Yeah.
You were banned.
Yeah. Do you remember that, Webby?
I remember us being banned from Europe.
Yeah. And the Liverpool were playing. No, it wasn't Man United. Sorry, Liverpool were playing. Who the fuck was it? Somebody in Europe, and so they decided to put up 4 big, huge fucking screens, and 54,000 turned up.
You're listening to Raconteurs News. Good night. God bless.
Paul, you must know that